Everyone, welcome to episode 7 of No Hiatus Podcast. I got it right today. We are your hosts. To my right, I think your left, the best ofrendo, Josie Josefo, man of many names, the guy who rather sleep in a car because you can't drive a house, the hentai senpai himself, Jose Josie. And to his left, me, I am Jesus. How are you doing, sir?
Struggling.
Yeah.
Right now, at this moment, struggling.
So home was out late last night.
But
I mean, I was up late too, but I was at home, so it's different.
I was also at my second home.
True. Actually, at this point, I think you guys are like regulars there, right?
They have a whole entire new staff. That when we got there, the only guy that knew us was the guy that cleans the bar.
Yeah.
I know there's a specific name for that position, but I can't remember it right now. And then we asked him too. We're like, hey, yo, like, where the fuck is everyone? He's like, oh, we were expecting, because I guess there was like 3 weddings at the hotel that was like right in front of the joint. There was like 3 weddings, so he's like, yeah, like we're going into or they're going into their busy season, so we hired a bunch more people to prepare. He's like, but we were there till like 12:30 and like no one came. So, but yeah, right now at this moment I am struggling, but I am okay.
What? I thought he got hurt for a second there when he started to dance because he was limping with his one leg, and I'm like, no, it was not worth it.
And I didn't get fired.
Shout out you.
Gig,
Yeah.
which,
That's important.
I was talking to my mom about it, and yeah, there's no way he would have gotten injured from that. But it's just, I do agree, like right there when he starts limping.
Yeah, when he
like,
started
dude,
doing the little jiggy, dude, I was like, no.
Who's that? Jonathan Taylor, right?
Yeah.
I was telling my mom about it, and I was telling her, I'm like, hey, like I really, really hope that they fire me so that I can cash out my PTO, get like.
Can you still cash out when they fire you? I don't know the rules. That's why I'm asking.
Everyone that I've talked to,
Like, I'm not rebuttaling someone.
Yeah. No, everyone that I've talked to that has been fired / quit from said employment that I work for has said that they get their PTO paid out.
Okay. Especially in someone like in your position, I feel like
Yeah.
that would make sense too.
So I was telling my mom, I'm like, I got enough PTO to get me like through at least 1.5 months.
Oh,
Right.
vibes.
So I'm like, I was telling my mom, I'm like, I know it's gonna take some time to find a new job, but my mom did bring up a valid point. She's like, knowing how you are, you're gonna be chilling the first week of your unemployment ass,
then have an anxiety attack.
and then
I'm sorry
every
for
other
laughing,
day,
but
yeah, she's like, and then every other day you're gonna be having an anxiety attack about not having a job, bills, and all this other shit. But I told Shady, I'm like, I got enough money in the bank to potentially, with the expenses that I make, potentially make it half a year, right? Until I finally get into like, holy shit, I'm kind of getting worried territory. But I do agree with my mom. It's good that she's not, or I didn't get fired, and I have a job to pay off my bills. But
yes.
The minute I get fired or quit or find a new job, oh my god, the pod's gonna be spicy that week.
I believe it.
How about you?
I've been not sick, better.
You sounded instantly better the day after.
I'm telling you, it was like a nasal thing. It was like a weird nasal thing because the minute that I stepped outside, I felt better, and then I got the Zyrtec or whatever you told me to get, and that helped a little bit, and then I went throughout the day still kind of fucked up, and then
oh dude, that would be amazing right now.
Right? I went through the day still kind of fucked up, and then my bad, I'm loading something else into the doc that I forgot to load. Coach is getting fired and making millions. We'll talk about that later.
We didn't talk about
Paste.
did we talk about the Michigan manifesto?
That's all on this one. That's been
it's been that long. See, I'm telling you. Oh my god, what the fuck?
So I'll be brief with my update. I've been good. I forgot to talk about these headphones.
We're gonna try to get to.
So I'm gonna get to them right now, really quick.
Okay.
They're called IEMs. They're pretty much earbuds. I heard of them before because I told you my mom's side of the family is big into music.
Yeah.
And my uncle used to own a pair when I was little. I liked them because they produce sound better. So like you don't have to crank the volume.
Okay.
I have a story about them because of yesterday. Because they produce sound really, really clear, right?
So you were using them for COD?
Hold on. They're really expensive.
These?
Not those, but normally before they started making these, they were like really expensive. I'm talking about like minimum $100, and like they go up to like 2-3 G's.
Fuck.
Right? So I'm like, well, I'm never gonna afford one of those.
Yeah.
And then I guess over the last like 3-4 years, they've made like underneath $100 ones, and I found these on Amazon for $20. And I was like, well, let me see if the $20 ones are as good as I remember hearing. I think the ones that my uncle had might have been a couple $100.
Yeah.
But again, the dude can play a bunch of instruments. He can make music. He's actually in a band, like a little, I don't know what to call the bands that just people playing. You know, like I don't want to call it a pop up band or you know what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna say like a pickup band, like a pickup basketball group.
Hey, you want to go play at this place?
But they played at a festival over the summer.
7 p.m. LA Fitness.
But they played at a festival over the summer. It was cool. Shout out him. I think he's in his early 50s now.
So just like a casual band, I guess you could say.
Sort of,
right?
yeah.
Like we all got 9 to 5s.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we also liked music.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But he's really good on the drums. Really good on the drums. That's his thing. His son, my cousin, picked up the drums when he was a kid, and he's also good.
Yeah.
So he had them, whatever, long story short. And I was like, oh, cool. I have the money to buy like $100 ones, but I don't want to just spend them if I don't know if they're going to work. Right?
That's how I am too.
So I bought these and they're really good. Anyway, yesterday, I had them on and it's in your ear because it has a little like foam thing, so it goes in your ear, and it was in my ear. And every time you touch the fucking controller, I could hear it blasting in my ear because you have the mic on, right? And I was like, dude, I was telling Junior, I was like, dude, I'm gonna have to mute him, unfortunately, dude. Because I can't hear shit. All I would hear you is.
So I figured that was going to be the case because I was like,
it was so loud.
I went to go put on my Bose headphones because I wanted to hear like footsteps and shit.
Yeah.
In my head, or I guess I'm in my ears instead of like coming from the TV. And then when I connected it, I'm like, there's technically speakers in the headset, like in the headphones. I'm like, so I wonder if I could change it to like the mic being like the headset, but it wouldn't let me.
No, you need a dedicated mic. You need like a mic that comes out.
So that's why I was like, damn, this is probably gonna be fucking annoying, huh? And then I'm like, they haven't said anything, so
I switched it to my DDTs that I gave you, right? And it wasn't as bad. But it being in my ear canal, dude, I was like, dude, I played through it for most of the time. And like the last 2 games, I had to mute you, dude. I'm so sorry. I was getting like the craziest headache because I was dying. Junior was laughing. And I'm dude, fuck you, dude. You have no idea. But with the regular headphones, it wasn't bad. But I just got used to it.
I'm going to buy a headset because
I got used to the thing.
I like this new COD.
Yeah.
I like that it still has some of the old maps, like Rust. I really like Rust.
Me too. Especially for camo grinding.
Right. So I'm probably I want to get like a headset. Plus, I have like $35 in rewards to Best Buy. So that's why I'm like after we got off because 21 Savage absolutely fucked my brain. Dude, I don't know what skin the motherfucker was wearing. It was like to me, it looked like an Eren Yeager kind of skin, right? But I don't think Eren is in COD.
Attack on Titan had a collab during the beginning of MW2.
So maybe it is then an Eren Yeager skin.
There's a Colossal Titan too.
Son of a
He's like armored and walking around like this.
So maybe it was. I don't know. But he looked
with that sound effect.
He looked like the Attack Titan, right? The Attack Titan with jeans is what it looked like.
Yeah, because it can't be naked.
And oh my fucking god, dude! Everywhere I went, he was there. And like He killed me probably. I'm sure we can go back and like look at the game feed, but he got me at least like
See,
15 times, and that's when I was like, I can't. I'm emotionally drained. This guy is fucking me. He's probably 12 years old and sitting, and he's just absolutely wrecking my nuts in this game. So I'm like, I'm gonna log off. So then after that, I was looking at headsets because I'm like, it wasn't bad, but I also couldn't really hear you guys. So I'm like, I'm gonna try and get some.
So the other thing with those is they produce sound better because there's more in there to produce a sound. That is a fumble, and I think recovered by Indianapolis.
They looked like they got there first.
It produces sound better because there's more things in there to produce a sound, and it's crispy as fuck. But again, because of that, it's loud as fuck. So every time you touch the controller, my ear was exploding, which was the entire game. But anyway, other than that, those are pretty good. There's like a big craze in the IAM world now, I guess, to make them underneath $100. And there's so many options, and I was like, this is a little complicated. But I just bought another version of those because those are good, or I'm going to buy when they go on sale for Black Friday, but I already chose them. They're expensive as shit, though. But now that I know which ones I wanted, right, I was like, bet. I can spend that kind of money without being like, oh, am I going to like these? Can I return these? And then that's the other thing I've been up to is, been busy as fuck at the gym.
Good.
And, yeah, busy.
That's good.
Busy as tits.
Busy is always good in your work of
yeah, very.
Field of work.
And then COD came out, so the camo grind finally. I was talking to Junior about it because the kid actually has talent, and if he listens to this, I've told him this on disc, and I told him this last night. Like, he actually has talent. He just has never applied it, and then never been directed. Because he's gross now. He's pretty nasty now. And I told him I feel like if you're going to make it, I told them you need to do a camo grind because everyone's done a camo grind. Anyone who's ever made it to that side of this equation has done the camo grind. I'm like, you've never done the camo grind.
Yeah.
And it's easier now because there's not as many things that you have to do. Because like before, I was telling them in the original game of this, there was like 8 things you had to do per gun. Like every single gun had a long shot. Every single one had like a hip fire. Amount of kills was higher. I know like this one's a lot easier. So I was like, you should do this one, and he's doing pretty good at it. And I'm joining him for it, of course, but.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of like the daily, weeklies or whatever, or even like the operator. The operator. What are they called?
Like kills and
challenges.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot of them are easier because like there's been like games where I'm like I maybe, or the games where I got like 2 UAVs and nobody said anything, but
no, we did.
I was happy about myself.
I mean, he did.
But anyways, when that game I like got like freaking like. I went from like level 5 to like level 10 or level 7 because it was just like XP a la madre.
See.
So, and then I was looking at what I got and I'm like, oh, like that was actually pretty easy. It was like 5 kills from hip, 5 kills using this or whatever, using a silenced AR or whatever. So I'm like, oh, it's not that bad.
Also, something I noticed is the game will cater the lobbies to you guys.
To the bad players?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
That's fine.
Because before you joined us and after you joined us, that in between was very different. Because, like, yeah, it was, I don't know how to explain it.
Hey, I'm okay at dumbing down the lobby. That's fine by me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I thought it was a joke, or like I thought like it balanced it kind of evenly, but it catered it 100% to you.
It just fully swung it to my skill set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So whenever we join Jeremy, I'm going to tell him, like, I don't know how he doesn't understand, at least Dom and Hardpoint. I was explaining this to E. Miley. I was like, he doesn't like to play Hardpoint or not TDM. Dom, he only plays TDM.
I think it's because he likes running around.
Yeah, but you run around in Hardpoint, and in Hardpoint, it makes more sense because you follow a path, so you can just run into people for free.
Yeah, but
if you just want to just sit there.
I feel like OBJs, there are, like, I've been noticing in a bunch of these maps, there are places where you can, like, not camp per se, but where you can be, like, scoped out, like, looking for like the enemy to come through, right?
Yeah, but that's the
So,
purpose
like,
of the games.
So like if we're on A, right, and they're trying to come over to A, like there's like I can sit here and they're gonna come through and I'm just gonna blast them, right?
Then you change the loadout to a sniper and you.
And then I think for him it's a why is he there? Why is he camping? Why is
Look
he
at the
doing
mini
this?
map.
Why is he doing that? And
Look
it's
at the
like
fucking mini map.
and then
That's why it's there.
So I think that's why he doesn't like OBJs, because in TDM there is no OBJ. It's killed or be killed, right?
True.
So
But then people camp more because they're just waiting for you to show up because they don't know where anything is. Like there's no objective to move around, so people are just standing there. There's no incentive to not stand there. I don't know. I'm gonna convince them. Like, hey, at least do Dom, because at least Dom the point doesn't move, so like you know where people are going. But I can't play TDM, dude. I can't.
I'm okay with it, but like for a full like 3-hour session of gaming,
hell
I can't
no,
do it
nope.
for 3 hours straight.
I
need some.
I'm like, bro, we can alternate if you want. I'm like, yo, like we can play a TDM, play Dom hardpoint, go back to TDM if you want. I can do that, right? But I can't do. It's no shot.
I hope he doesn't complain about supposed keyboard and mouse players being in the lobby.
But they suck ass, most of them.
Well, from what I noticed last night, because obviously you and Junior are keyboard and mouse, or are on computers but playing with the controllers, right? It wasn't completely one-sided until like the very last game. And even the very last game, it was just those two guys just absolutely teabagging me, right?
Yeah.
But overall, I'm like, with some practice, with me playing more of this.
You also haven't played COD in what, like 3 years?
But you played shooters.
Huh?
You've played shooters.
Well, no, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you haven't played COD in like 2-3 years, right?
Yeah, since Warfare 2 came out.
Yeah.
I played the franchise.
The campaign.
I played the campaign, and then I don't know, for whatever reason, that one we just never really kicked off playing. I don't know. I think maybe Modern Warfare 2 was the one that none of us really enjoyed.
No, yeah. I mean, even he said that he likes this one better than 2.
Right.
And again, for those that obviously don't know our
Roberto.
friend, he doesn't really play video games, doesn't have a lot of time. He currently is a pretty successful, we'll call it businessman,
Yeah.
to not kind of give away what he does too much.
He big dicks.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for him to big dig more. He just, I think, needs the confidence to do it. Anyway, so he doesn't have a lot of time, but that's gaming and specifically Call of Duty is the one thing throughout our friendships, right? All the years that we have as friends, that we can all at least get on for like an hour or two a day, or not a day, but whenever we can throughout the week, and spend some time together.
I'd be down to do this one every other day or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
I liked it. I like it.
So it's just as of recently, because you two haven't been able to play as much, and I can still play, and I enjoy playing still, right? Stuff. The skill gap there is pretty noticeable. And the last time we played, I think it was Cold War when we played, and he was like, "Yo, what's going on with the lobbies?" And I was like, "My bad, dog."
That was literally the
I was
very
like-
last time, because we even played with his brother.
Yeah, and I was like,
Both of them, like for the entire last 3 matches. Oh, it's the keyboard and mouse players. What the fuck? Fuck these lobbies.
yeah, he had people slide canceling on him, and I was like, "Dude, my bad."
And then
I'm like, "That's completely my fault, dude. I'm so sorry."
I remember them logging off, and then like 10-15 minutes later, they were like,
On our group
"Yeah,
chat.
we're not playing with y'all anymore because y'all too good." And by y'all, they meant you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm probably worse than them.
But yeah, so that's all I've been up to, just camo grinding, and then eventually we're gonna start doing GBs or whatever, and then when rank comes out, we're gonna grind that, and eventually start streaming at some point in between that.
That's good. I'll be number 1 sub.
Yes.
Damn, dude.
What else have I been up to? I think that's it. I can't think of anything. That's all I got for the update. We can start with sports since we're watching the football game. Let me start at the top, and then we'll work our way down.
Oh my god, because there's so
much. We'll start with football since it's on.
Right.
I called the Bills at the beginning in our first episode. I think I said 10-7, maybe miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not for these reasons, not because the defense was going to completely break down and collapse the way it is. I think they have like 2 starters playing from week 1 tomorrow night because everyone's hurt.
Dog, when I was looking, I forget which league.
I'm a Bills fan, but I'm also a realist. I'm not a dumbass.
I forget which one of my leagues I'm in, but like I like opened up the app on Thursday to like fix up my lineup, and I had like fucking like 3 or 4 players injured, and I'm like, son of a bitch, dude, are you fucking kidding me? And I think it actually might be the league where I was like 8-1, and now I'm probably gonna go in a losing streak.
Yeah, but we talked about this with like injuries. I think taking the contact away is a bad thing because I think players' bodies aren't used to it. Now, a lot of injuries have been non-contact injuries, but the ones that have been contact, I feel like people just aren't used to it because they don't hit each other as much, right?
Yeah.
Now, I also think there has to be a safer way to make hits. A couple things with that. I don't know if you've seen both the NFL and the NBA finding players for random taunting. Giannis got ejected.
Yeah.
Josh Allen got a penalty.
Yeah.
Some of the running backs now are getting fined for like lowering their body and their head to like make contact, and some of the roughing like it's getting super. I don't want to say soft, but it's getting like.
I will say some of the roughing the passer calls that have been said throughout the NFL this season, I'm just like, dog, come on. It was literally a gentle shove. Like, how the fuck is that roughing the passer?
There was I want to say Browns.
Yeah.
A Browns game or a Bengals game, because it was an orange team, I think, where the defensive lineman brought the quarterback on top of him.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. And they called it.
But I'm like, bro, like, that's the safest way you can do it because the fucking lineman's 300 pounds and the quarterback's only like probably 40.
Yeah.
Right? And like, it's the safest way you can do it. But because it was after the throw, they called it. And I'm like, that makes no sense. You can't, you're not letting them play. And I don't know if you had thoughts, comments, concerns, because again, the NBA did it to Giannis, which surprised me just because he stared at the guy.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
I don't know. It's like, it's part of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
Whenever I think of like taunting, whenever I think of like anything like that, I think back to like Kobe Bryant, right? Like, rest in peace, Kobe. But
rest in peace, Bean.
Like, I remember, I always think of the clip of Kobe talking Spanish to who the fuck was it?
No, he was talking.
No? Yeah, it was Spanish.
Yeah, but he was also talking to Luka in Serbian, right? He's Serbian, or what is he?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. To Luka's native language, he like learned how to say a couple words.
Yeah, but like,
because he knows a lot of or he knew a lot of languages.
Oh, dude, Kobe was he was.
He knew Spanish because of his wife.
Yep.
He grew up in Italy for a bit, so he knows Italian and then English, and then he knew a couple other ones, I think.
But
shout out Bean.
Yeah, no, like, it's just I always think back to that one where it was like the Olympics and he's talking shit to, I think it was like Paul Gasol or I don't know, someone, right? Yeah. Talking Spanish to them. Talking about like, oh, like, you can't guard me and like all this shit in Spanish, right?
Hell yeah.
I'm like, I mean, he never got teed up. He didn't get a freaking fine. It was just weird. It was part of the game.
It is. Right? And it is part of the game. It is part of the, hey, talk a little bit of shit to see if you can get people going.
You have to. That's the whole reason why Draymond, in my opinion, I fucking hate it.
Oh, he got ejected last night too for it, right? Because he was talking. But I'm like, bro, you're just saying things I don't understand.
I think Donovan Mitchell should have gotten a T.
Yeah, I think it should have been running into him. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I think it should have been a double T on both sides, right? But because it's Draymond and because Draymond has that fucking history of him running his fucking mouth, right? He just, I don't know. I was really upset. Once that happened, I figured the Warriors were going to lose last night.
Yeah.
I still watched it because, you know, those Warriors. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I hate it because I'm a Warriors fan and, like, the biggest offender of technical fouls for that, right?
Yeah.
Is Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm, like, trying to defend my team.
It's the bias. Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm sure I'm sure if I brought it up to someone else who
No.
like, for example, like my other buddies that
I mean, everyone
absolutely
agrees.
hate the Warriors.
Yeah, everyone
right?
agrees, dude.
I'm sure that he'd be like, yeah, no, that was fucking bullshit.
JJ Watt, you know who JJ Watt is?
Mm.
He made a tweet. He's like, because he's part of one of the morning crews for the football games.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about this," and I'm like, "Cool." The fact that I mean, I don't know if he did, or I guess they're not on yet because it's early. But like, if he does, I'm like, the fact that you're willing to talk about it on national television, because he could probably get fined or in trouble for it. But,
dude, did you see the Mavericks commentator go in on James Harden?
because he's oh no, I didn't see it. My bad.
I'll see if I can pull it up, but
Yeah.
pretty much what happened is he started off his like little rant, and this is also on national television because you said you know what he said and what
Yeah.
some of these commentators be wild, and I guess they don't give a fuck if they lose their jobs. I don't know, dude. But let me see if I can find it while I talk about it. But Homeboy started off the like little monologue, I guess you could say, saying, "I hope I find so and so that believes in me, like this person believes in you."
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
because
talking
James Harden, to be real, yeah, he's a great player, right? But I think he's just.
Yeah, here you go.
Let me see what it says. Oh, okay. I was like, what is this man saying? Okay.
No, he just talks about his
Yeah.
entire like.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess this makes sense because he's gotten a lot of second tries.
Dog, he's probably on
I
his
know.
like 25th try.
I know. I'm just saying, right? And it's like I'm gonna watch the rest of this, but James has gotten a lot of second tries, and he's a
Yes.
great player. But I've noticed he's a bad team player,
Yes.
and
Yes.
in the NBA,
It's all team, dude.
since I've paid attention to it at that level, it's how well do you work with the team. And even LeBron has said this. There was a clip of him. There was a clip of him coaching like a bunch of young kids a couple years ago, and he was saying like, "Hey, like you have to know your role.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have the skills to take over the game the way a LeBron, a Steph, or Jordan, whatever do, you have to be that guy to do whatever it is. Whether it's you're the shooter, or the corner shooter, or if you're whatever the wing, or if you're the post guy, like you have to be able to do those things. And I realized James is like the perfect like rec player. I hate saying that because he's really good and he's at that level, right? But like he's the perfect like one-on-one, I'm just gonna get buckets type of dude.
Yeah.
And that's why he's never won and never probably will win. By his own doing, at least. Shout out him though for getting the bags.
I mean, he's playing the game, right? He's playing the game. He's getting the bags, so like I can't really hate him for that. But it's like I feel
bad for the Clippers.
Oh, dude, tremendously feel bad for the Clippers. I don't know who they were playing because I haven't really gotten much time to watch basketball this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember watching highlight clips, and by highlight I mean like, hey, we're gonna make fun of Harden for this clips.
Yeah.
And it was like he just like tried to pass the ball and ended up passing it to the other team. He tried to go for a three and was like just embarrassingly short of a three.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I told my buddy because he's a Clippers fan. I'm like, dude, I
feel so bad for him, dude.
I feel bad for that trade because that trade was not a good one. And I told him too. I'm like, dude, at least with Paul George, we're capitalizing on our Paul George trade because it's freeing up Curry. But it's Paul George is doing better than what I expected him to do.
Shout out Pandemic P.
He definitely, or not Paul George, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Chris Paul definitely shut me up.
Yeah, he's not turning the ball over. He's being efficient with it.
Yep. I watched some of the, like whenever he's in because I don't think he starts. Or no, he does.
He's a six-man now.
But he's like...
Or he like rotates starting in six-man, right?
Yeah. But he is like... I could see him being six-man of the year for the Warriors.
Mm.
And I can they play him with the starters. And then like when the B team comes in, like he maneuvers the freaking court and tells the B team where to fucking go.
That's what he's great at. That's what he's great at. That's why when the Suns didn't win with him, I was like, look, it's not him, bro. I'm just gonna tell you that because he knows what to do. Yeah, it's just something that I was talking about it with one of my clients. That the reason why coaching basketball athletes is tough because I'm like, if you don't get to a certain height, you won't make it. And I'm not saying that because I don't believe in you, right?
Yeah.
But look at how good you have to be if you're Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Trae Young, Damian Lillard, right? Like you either have to know, like your basketball IQ has to be so high,
right,
or you have to be able to shoot so well that I'm taking you on the court for offense, knowing that you're a defensive liability because you're only underneath 6'3",
right, and you can't block any of these,
and they're just gonna roll over you in a pick and roll and just fucking shit on you, right?
Or just freaking plow over you trying to drive it to the paint.
Yeah. So it's tough, but it's not Chris Paul. I'll tell you that right now. And the reason why he's won, or the reason why he's never won, is not because of him.
It's also crazy that there was a statistic that came out. The Warriors are the shortest team in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Like they have maybe one or two players above 6'8", but everyone else is like 6'4", I think it was, and under.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? That's why they love to hate us, bro.
Short kings.
Short kings.
Quote unquote short kings, dude.
Oh my god. Imagine being 6'2" and being called a short king.
Yep. At least in the NBA, that's what me and one of the other trainers I work with. Because there's a volleyball player. Well,
double A. The AA.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. He trains 2 volleyball players, and I trained him a couple times because he had like stuff to do.
Yeah.
And one's 6'10", and he's he's playing volleyball right now at BYU. He might go to my old school, so I might go see him. I have to check if his schedule is out. So I might go see him.
6'10"? Fucking hell.
His younger brother's like 6'6", and he was like, I dominated basketball, so he didn't want to play basketball, and he likes volleyball more. And we were explaining to him, I'm like, bro, at 6'6", you're technically still considered short for basketball. And when you're playing high school basketball in his private school league or whatever, I'm like, you probably aren't facing other people who are your height.
Yep.
So you find it easy. But when you go up against a 6'10" dude, a 7-footer, a Victor Wembanyama who's 7'4", it's very different, bro. It is. Again, I've been next to 7-footers, right?
Hey.
And I'm like, you don't even look like a human. You look like you don't fucking belong here.
I mean, Victor's arms whenever he's fucking playing, dude.
I think his arm is as long as my body.
They just look so weird, dude. Whenever he's like playing and guarding people,
or longer than my body, actually.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know.
But on a positive note, I saw Steph Curry, your man's is like lighting it up from the 3-point line. He's brother.
Like, yeah, he's
I think he's made like in the last 10 games I think 2 games he's made 4. Every single other game he's made like 6 or 7.
Which sucks because whenever you're trying to tie him into a parlay, this is what I was talking about with one of my friends.
It's so
yesterday.
high.
I'm like, dude, like it fucking sucks because like I usually would put him in for like 3 plus 3s, right? And that would always be like minus like 150, 180, right? And I'm like, okay, like definitely likelihood that it's gonna hit, but we're still right. It's not, plus money. Now I have to go all the way to fucking 4 to 5 threes made. Shoot. And even then it's still like minus 150. So I'm like, dude, how are you still favorited to make 5 fucking threes tonight?
Bro, he's automatic for 15 points if you think about it.
Yep.
Just from the 3.
Yep.
Nothing else. That's crazy.
And it's just so hard cooking a parlay with him because it's like, I don't know. What if this is the night that he doesn't make any threes?
And this is what I meant, right? Like, look at how good he has to be at 6'1.5" or 6'2", right?
So we'll just say 6'2" because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Like that's bananas. That like, hey,
you have to have a skill
to be automatic from the 3 to where you're like, hey, 5 threes a night because you're that good.
Yeah.
And that's just from the 3-point.
Yep.
And you can get another 15, 20 another way.
Layups.
Yeah.
Fouls.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
But
I have to slow down.
It's addicting.
It is. But yeah, again, I haven't been able to watch much basketball because a lot of the time that I'm gonna watch it, I'm
probably working, right? Or cutting it up.
well now that, but I try to pull because oddly enough, TNT is the only website that works now. Because CBS, ABC, and all the football ones don't work anymore for whatever reason. But so I pull it up and watch it on the side. But it looks pretty good. How do you feel about the new courts, the in-tournament courts or whatever?
Some of them are good. Some of them are meh.
Some of them are dog shit. You can say it. I'll say it. I'll fucking. I'm keeping a buck.
The Pelicans was interesting color scheme.
Look,
right?
look.
Neon green with purple.
And shout out Chicago, but that was dog shit.
Danny, my brother, texted me.
I was dog shit.
When the
dog shit.
first round of the in-game tournaments were playing, and he asked me, he's like, "Dude, why did they change their court?" Because I was still at work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got home, I put on the game. I caught like the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or whatever. And I told him, I'm like, "Oh, dude, these are the in-game tournament courts. I didn't know they were going to change them." So then I flipped through the channels to look at the other ones, and I'm just like, some of them are good.
Some of them are good.
But the other ones, I'm just like,
dog shit. Dog shit.
Interesting color scheme.
I would have liked better if they made like alternate logos and then did stuff around the court. I don't know. Okay, have you ever seen the University of Oregon or is it Oregon University? It doesn't matter. Oregon's basketball court where they did the trees around. They put a bunch of trees, silhouettes around the edge of the court a couple years ago. I don't know if they still have it.
For basketball?
Yeah, that shit fire. They should have done such a shit like that, not in the middle of the court. Like, what's wrong with you? But they should have definitely done like alternate logos and done shit around the court or in the out of bounds area. That would have been fire.
Oh, you're talking about this.
But in the middle of the court, dude, you stupid? And just a big ass red line. I was like, why would I? Yeah, like that. They should have just done like for like New York City and Chicago, do the fucking skyline. Ooh. Oh, NBA, let me produce you. Whoever you have doing is dog shit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I did mean it though. They're dog shit. Let me produce you. You should have done the skylines. Oh, the skylines. Imagine Golden State having the bridge at the bottom.
That would have been fucking fire.
Oh, look, it took me 2 seconds. It took the person you paid probably like a couple $100,000 months to do nothing. Just fucking MS Paint it. Fucking dog
and
shit.
it literally does look like they just fucking MS painted it.
It annoys me. My bad. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But yeah, do you like the in-season tournament? I'm not really aware of what's going on besides.
And that's what I was telling, again, my buddy last night, because he claims that the in-game tournament games do not count for the season games.
I thought they did.
And I told him, like, no. We went over this. Like, it does. Like, is that a fumble?
No, it's incomplete.
Son of a bitch.
He didn't hold it off. He didn't even have it.
And I told him, I'm like, no. Like, we looked it up. We looked at the rules, and these are in-season games that count towards the season.
It's just these specific set of games are going to be a part of a tournament.
Right.
So if you get knocked out, then your games are just regular season games, right? Okay.
Yep. So you
that was my one question.
You'll still run into them, right?
Yeah, but they don't count for the tournament.
Okay. They don't count for the tournament.
And that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think the final, though, is the semi and the final are different because you have to play those extra games because obviously you don't know, right, who's going to be in the final or the semis in order for you to be like, oh, we're going to put this team to play against this team later on in the future, hoping that they're the final. I really don't care for it. It doesn't really matter to me. I think it's just another excuse for the NBA to try and bring more viewers to the game. But other than that, like, it doesn't matter to me.
See. Continuing with sports real fast. Did you see a bunch of, or not, sports. Did you see a bunch of coaches getting fired and still getting paid millions? The Raiders coach got fired. The Texas A&M coach got fired this morning for college. And they're all getting paid like more than 20, 30, 40 million just to sit home. I'm like, bro, let me call some plays, bro. I can probably call, but fuck Jimbo Fish. No, I'm kidding. Shout out Jimbo. But
let me talk to the new GM of Chicago Bears. I'll Eberflus it. You know, I'll call some plays.
I call some plays real fast.
I'm about to go into the microphone and be like, hey,
Ask Madden.
go into the mic and be like, hey, can
Justin,
hey,
throw it.
Justin,
Just throw it. He's open.
Justin, can you
He's open.
Can you not run, please? I need you to get out of the pocket and just fling it.
I know, that'd be funny. Bro, they're getting paid millions to sit their ass at home. What? I should have done that shit.
Dog, but I think you have to do so much crazy shit to get.
Yeah, you got to be good.
Yeah,
They were good at some point. On top of continuing with college coaches, did you see the Old Miss coach? I'll let you listen to it while I describe it to the peoples. It's like a minute, I think, or less. He's talking to a player here. Come on, stupid. But the Old Miss coach, Lane Kiffin, got recorded, and it got leaked that he was talking to a player about his mental health, and he told them that he's off the team because he didn't show up for like 2 or 3 weeks. I think it was 2. And he uses some profanity in there. It gets kind of disrespectful, and he uses some words. I side with the player here because the coach got disrespectful, but Lane is not technically wrong where he at least has to tell the coaches like, yo, I'm taking a longer break. Because from my understanding is he took a week off because he wasn't feeling too good, and that makes sense. But you also got to let the coach know, like, hey, I'm going to take more weeks off. And it sounds like he didn't let the coaches know.
this sounds familiar. It was just
yeah. It's only 45 seconds. So, again, I started with the player because the coach got disrespectful. But the moral of what he was trying to get to of, like, hey, you got to let us know is not 100% wrong. It's just, it's nuts that he went to, like, hey, fuck you, we can keep you off the team. I'm like, bro, what?
If you're getting a scholarship, right, to play ball, all right, I'm doing well.
Well, we don't know if he was a scholarship player or not. So, we're assuming that.
But let's just assume,
okay?
Right? Let's just assume that you got a scholarship to play ball, some form of scholarship, whatever, right?
Hey, like the only reason why you're here is because of this.
Because of ball, right?
Yeah.
If the head coach is like, hey, dog, like, you know, you need to come into the office, or you need to come into my office, right? I'm gonna hit him with the, hey, coach, can we do this some other time because I'm going through some shit, or like,
yeah, and it just sounds like he didn't do that, but
not necessarily suck it up, but you know,
it's only a 45-second clip, so we don't know the full story. I didn't find the article, or it wasn't linked in the tweet that I saw. But it's nuts.
It's starting to get to, I don't want to say it's a problem because mental health is important, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we're putting way too much emphasis onto mental health. In a hot take where stuff like this has always been happening, all right? And no one batted an eye before. Now, I'm not saying that's what we're supposed to do. That's also crazy that he had his foot up and nobody called anything. In soccer, that's a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess in football, it's not. Or handball, it's not. But like this, it's always been happening. Like I'm sure people have been going through shit in college ball, right? And I'm sure this situation has happened before to multiple other players. But it's like no one gave a damn back then. So I guess my question is, why do we give a damn now?
People
playing devil's advocate here.
In my opinion, right?
Yeah.
So whether you like it or not, for the listeners, I think it's because people are more aware of it. So like people have found the reason why people feel a certain way or are doing a certain thing, right?
Yeah.
Are it's because of the mental health that we have or don't have, I guess. My issue is that there's no actual solution for it, right? No. So if the kid felt bad for a week, like, yo, I'm going to miss a week, I'm going to be gone for a week, and he didn't have the proper facilities to get him help, if that's even the right way to say it, he wasn't obviously helped. He either didn't look for it or didn't have it available to him, right? So then he missed another week, and then Lane got pissed. But it sounds like Lane got pissed because he just didn't want to communicate with him.
Right.
So that's, again, the whole stigma of men don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it sounded there because Lane said, yo, I try to get in reach of you, and the kid didn't want to have it.
Yep.
So, again, I side with the kid only because the coach got disrespectful, but the message poorly delivered was still, hey, you got to let me know. We got to talk about this. because we are paying you to be here.
It's not what he said, but how he said it.
Yeah.
That I think people are having a trouble with. Like,
yeah.
there's no reason to be like,
Because it's not wrong.
Like, hey, yes, you got to tell me. It's like your boss, right?
Yeah. Like if I don't show up to work, my ass getting fired.
Right. Well,
and
nowadays, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like back then, yeah, you couldn't just not show up because like if you didn't show up once, fuck.
But if I tell you, hey, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, can you find someone for those 2 weeks, and can you adjust for me missing? Then that's different. Yep. But if you just MIA, for no reason, or not for no reason, but if you just MIA with no comms, what are we doing? But again, I side with the kid just because the coach got disrespectful. But the message is still right. It's like, hey, like you can't. I think we need to find better ways to deal with mental health versus just saying, oh, you have a mental health problem, just sit at home, do nothing. Or like, hey, just like potato over there.
Yes.
And I'm like, I am not aware of there being good solutions if my mental health goes to shit. And you can say maybe that's on my end for not looking for them, but if it's such a big deal, they should be more available, in my opinion.
Right.
And if they're not more available, that's a you problem. Not an us problem who, again, don't study it. And it's funny because I have a new client who's a Warriors fan, and she's getting her doctorate in that kind of realm. Guess how old she is?
22.
23.
I'm gonna start going to the gym.
Shout out her. But and we talked about it yesterday because she can only do because she's so busy, bro. She is literally 9 to 9, like 3 days out of the week.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, dude, that's bananas. Anyway, shout out her. What were we talking about? Mental health. Mental health. It sucks that kids going through it. It sucks that we as men have gotten shit on for I don't know, centuries and millenniums by other men and women, doesn't matter, whatever, right? By humans, that we aren't able to comfortably talk about what we're going through. Should there be better ways and tools available for that kid to have handled it? Yeah. Should there also have been better tools for that coach to communicate it better?
Right.
Yes. Is he wrong in the message he was trying to deliver? No. Is he wrong in the delivery? Yes. But that was nuts. He was just like, I can kick you off the team. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck? I was like, yo, I would have fought his ass. I'm like, you suck ass anyway. That's why you left Alabama. Or they kick your ass out. But he's actually a decent coach. If he spends another couple years, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen now, right?
Right.
But if he spends another couple of years there, he might be able to do something. But yeah, college, NFL is what it is. And my bad. Any last thoughts, comments, concerns on the situation?
Nah, dude.
We're like running through topics because there's a lot. Any thoughts on the season, on the basketball season so far?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's we were looking at the
recapping everything real fast before we move on.
Huh?
I'm trying to recap everything real fast before we move on because we're blowing through topics real fast because there's a lot.
Yeah, we were looking at the standings yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some surprising teams in the top 5 that I did not expect to be at the top 5. Let's see.
Well, I look for the transition.
Yeah, of course.
Jimbo.
For example, the Timberwolves are 3rd in the West right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're 6-2.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets are 4th right now too, 5-3. So it's like, to me, I'm like, dude, where the fuck were they this whole season or all last season? Eastern Conference, it doesn't really surprise me. I know it's still literally like really early into the freaking season. It's only been like 7-8 games, but still, I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? How are these teams here? So, but so far so good. Bears, I've officially given up on them winning the division.
I told you it was either going to be a decent season, right? So like 10, 11 wins, or doomsday. And it happened to be doomsday, unfortunately. Shout out them.
Yeah. So.
Let's see. We talked about coaches getting fired, making millions, mental health, sad for the kid. We talked about basketball. Oh, the NFL is banning I'm gonna call them leakers, but Adam Scheffner and Woj
Oh,
from betting.
so yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that either yesterday or 2 days ago,
Mhm.
where it came out that they, with the intel that they had about the games, they would bet on the games that they were commentating, which makes sense, right? It makes sense. You already have information, so it makes sense that you would just be like, oh shit, like this person is injured, so this and this, and then like I get it, right? Um, I don't know how I truly feel about that though, because it's like I feel like that's also part of the job, like you knowing information about the teams, and then you being able to like
That's not your fault.
you being able to read it and like turn it into a profit. Like I don't think that's your fault per se. But
But I guess it's a way to balance.
yeah,
It.
but yeah, I did see that.
Thoughts? Any more thoughts? My bad. I know you just gave some. I'm a potato.
No, I don't think it's, I don't know. I think it's an unfair advantage, but I don't think it's something that you should get banned from doing.
Accurate. I agree.
And who's to say you don't pass that information to like your wife, your cousin, your dad, so that they make the bets? I don't know, but whatever.
All right. Some real quick one-off news. We have Solo Leveling anime announced to come out. I think it said 2024 at some point, January. So in 2 months. I know one of our friends likes Solo Leveling. I know you really haven't dug into it, but it's pretty good. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. I can let you watch it. That's loud as fuck. But it's coming out in January. It's a popular manhwa. It's Korean, so manhwa, I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I read a couple of it. I didn't really dig too much into it. We have a friend that really, really likes it, and he was been excited for it. But it's coming out in January. It looks pretty good. I'm not the most excited for it.
Yeah.
Oh, this was just like the intro? Oh, here we go. I was like, what? Oh, this is just the intro song. I thought it was like the full trailer. I must have clicked the wrong link. It looks pretty good, though.
Yeah. It's giving me 7 Deadly Sins vibes.
Sort of.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Like they power up and use weapons and shit.
Right.
Like any other anime. I was like, hold on. I just described the whole fucking industry.
You know, it'd be crazy though if they power up based off of the power of friendship.
100%. And then they start talking to the weapon.
Oh,
like,
my
yes.
God.
And they like have this whole like fucking speech about it.
Los Angeles 12/14. What is that? The premiere?
I think it's the trailer. Like the official.
Yeah, it looks dope.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I think it's similar if I remember correctly. It's similar to no, I was gonna say Tower of God, but no. Fuck. I'm completely blanking. Oh, if I find the actual like a description of it, I'll send it to you later. But that got announced. Where is it? Arcane Season 2 got announced. I'm excited for that, for more League of Legos anime.
I saw it. I don't know where the fuck they go from where they left off, but I know they hinted at.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It was good. So
Yeah.
if you keep it making good.
Shout out Riot, I guess.
Talked about Soft Leagues, Adam Schefter getting banned. I'm excited for this, even though I haven't seen the other seasons except for the season 1. Dr. Stone season 3 part 2 got announced.
Yep.
So I might binge that a little bit. Mashal season 2 got announced.
Yep.
Mashal.
I'm so fucking lit, dude. I'm ready for it.
Yes. I have to keep working on my tattoo so I can get the little cream puff. So for those that don't know, I have the Berserk.
Oh, so fucking close.
I have the Berserk cursed mark on the back of my neck right there. For those that aren't watching on YouTube, I smacked the shit out of my neck and where it's at. I plan to get a bunch of anime logos or things I like from animes as the rest of my tattoos. I'm getting Luffy's straw hat on the other side of my neck. And then I'm getting a bunch of other tattoos down my right arm. And then I'm putting the Horde symbol from World of Warcraft on my left forearm at some point. Just shit's expensive, so not at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the cream puff from Mashal. It's somewhere on my right arm. Cause shout out Mash. That got announced. I'm excited for that. There's a couple movies that I saw on Twitter that look pretty good. I don't know if you want to go back to look at the trailers or talk about them, but I'm just gonna announce them here. Did he make that? He did make that. That was not. No, he didn't. It was short.
It was like short, like 2 yards.
Oh, that's bogus.
Yeah.
Whisper Me a Love Song and The Imaginary Movie. Both of them look good. I've never heard of them. There were just like random things I saw.
Did that new Ghibli come out?
No, December. Okay. First week of December.
I was gonna say, look at it. Look at how it was like super fucking close.
Oh,
yeah. Literally like a yard or two.
Fortnite OG map peaked at like 7-8 million players, and I think they announced that the second day or third day on Saturday. I forgot when it was released, but
it was released I think on Friday.
That Saturday they had a total of like 44 or 50 million players the entire day logged. That is bananas.
It's OG Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, duh, right?
Right.
But it's bananas. Shout out Fortnite. I was telling Junior, to me, since I'm old as fuck now,
right,
and I've been around, there's only a handful of games and I guess series of games,
right,
that I can say really impacted the gaming world.
Fortnite is
one. World of Warcraft is another. Halo is another. Call of Duty is another. The issue with all the other ones, and there's a few other ones I'm missing. League, CS, etc. Like, I'm not forgetting those. I'm just not going to mention all of them.
Right.
But the fact that Fortnite did it for free allowed these numbers to be real.
Yeah. That's
because I don't have to pay to start. I
right,
can pay you money after it.
Right. For like skins and battle pass and all those other.
But shout out Fortnite. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of motherfucking
55 mil, dude.
I'm waiting for the live actions to the end since there's two. Shrek 5 got announced.
Dog, let's fucking. I don't know what they do.
I don't know. I'm so excited. But Shrek 5 got announced. 2025.
I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. But yes, Shrek 5 got announced, and I remember seeing it at work. I don't know if I saw it because one of y'all sent it, or if I was just like scrolling Twitter and I saw it. But I remember I saw it at work, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, y'all see that Shrek got announced?" And then like everybody was just looking at me like, "Wow,
what?
Why
not?"
Yeah, I'm like, "Dude, Shrek." So
welcome to Dulac. That's my jam. I'm sorry.
Imagine they go back to Dulac.
Oh my god, please. That's my jam. Yeah, I'm excited for no actual reason. Just that it's Shrek 5.
It's our childhood.
Stream Deck OLED got announced.
Okay.
Let me look at the stats and how much it's going to cost real fast.
$2,500.
Did you see the new MacBook that they announced a couple days ago with the M3 chip?
With like the different color shells or whatever?
I think so, but like fully decked out is like almost 8 Gs.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. HDR OLED display, 30 to 50% longer battery life, faster downloads with Wi-Fi 6E, improved thermals, and 5% lighter than the Stream Deck LCD models. It's coming in two models, 512 gigabyte OLED at $549 and 1 terabyte at $649.
Fuck, dude.
That's a lot of dinero. So that's cool. I don't have one, but shout out Steam. I think I said Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
Shout out that. Shout out Steam. It's goated. It's been here. It's gonna be here. Running through it. Omegle's dead officially. I don't know if you saw Omegle. I don't know if you've ever used Omegle. Omegle?
What's that?
It's a kind of like Skype, Discord, video chat. Like you can like randomize who you want to see and you'll get like a random person.
Oh, like chat roulette.
Sort of.
Or Chatterbait.
Yeah, so I guess,
yeah.
Fucking hate you.
No, like chat roulette.
I only used it once. Back in the day, ex-girlfriend had a friend who like would go on it all the time, and I was like watching her do it, and then like it's weird. I was like, no, this is
weird. It's weirdly entertaining.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like speed dating.
Yeah,
where you could just skip the person.
the fact that it's been alive since 2009 is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's officially dead. Shout out that.
Rip.
Rest in peace. Omego's dead. Inside Out 2 got announced. I don't know if you saw the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's like an anxiety one is the one that they announced. And she's like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. What else?
They can go in so many directions with that concept. I hope Disney does.
Me too.
Or Pixar.
I think I think Pixar is owned by Disney now.
Okay.
I don't know. They own everything, so it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, a slight secondary update. I finished binge watching fucking Loki, like a demon.
You mentioned it. Yeah.
I started it on, let's say, Monday. Yeah, because I had to go work on Tuesday, right? And I started on Monday, and during episode 3, I realized, I'm gonna have to go to work today. So I was like, yo, can I texted my manager and I was like, yo, can I go to work on Tuesday instead, because I have the pod and then gotta grind camos with Junior. So I was like, yo, can I come in today for like a couple hours? And she was like, sure. So instead of going to sleep, because I have to go to work in the morning, I stayed up till 3:30 binging all of Loki. And let me tell you something. That shit was fire. That's some of the best storytelling I've seen them do. And then the season finale was on Thursday. Let me tell you something. They are, in my opinion, and I'm highly critical of what they've done with the MCU shows and non-shows and stuff I have seen and haven't seen. I can just like almost assume what they're gonna fucking do. I love this one. This one was fire. And I've always loved Loki, right?
Hey.
He's always been like top 3 favorite characters, right?
Right.
This was fire. This was amazing. This, if you have a chance to watch, it's 8 for the first one, 6 for the second one. Fire.
It's I heard it was good.
Fire.
Sorry, it's just my boyfriend's on TV,
Yeah, I can tell.
and he's
Michael B. Jordan, for those that don't know.
yeah,
You're just mesmerized by this man's
dude, his muscles and his mustache. I've never seen someone with a more perfect mustache than Michael B. Jordan's mustache.
It's like perfect.
I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know why. It's just, you know.
He has to trim that shit all the time. I just know it.
Dude, every other day, 100%. Like, fuck. Sorry. Anyways,
No, you're good.
I was just mesmerized by Michael B. Jordan.
But Loki season 1 and 2, great, fantastic.
What if this episode ever gets to Michael B. Jordan?
Wow.
And then he sends me a DM and says, "Stop that gay shit."
He literally just sends you this clip. He like clips it
and then sends it. Oh my god!
I absolutely can't.
Anyway, sorry. I'm here now.
But yeah, it was great. I loved it. I love the ending to it. I love the change of direction with him to being this strong. He's technically now like probably top 10, maybe more, depending on who they introduce in the whole thing in terms of strength because of what he can do. But you knew he can do this. It's just whether they were going to do it or not. I am now going to watch Doctor Strange, the multiverse thing, whatever it's called, with Wanda, or I don't know if they're two different things. But
it's Jets Raiders tonight.
But I watched Quantum Mania, and people hated Quantum Mania. I didn't think it was that bad.
That's the one with
Kang and Ant-Man. Wasp, the mom and the dad go down, and the daughter, and they're all fucking ant people.
Okay.
All shrinking and shit.
Okay.
And Kang is like a badass, and they're officially getting rid of Kang because of what's happening in real life with the actor. But it was good. I liked it. People were like smooth brain and not understanding what was happening because time travel can get weird.
Yeah.
But I think they did time travel pretty well. That's the live actions. You want to start, or are you gonna parlay it? I knew it, dude. I know it. I fucking know you. I understand you.
I just remembered that Chelsea plays.
Yes. But I do like what they did. I like that he became what he was supposed to become anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my mind, even from the little comic knowledge I have of Loki, he was never supposed to be like the ground level person. In my opinion, he was always meant to, whether he was a good guy, bad guy, or like the in between, was always supposed to be kind of like watching everything happen. Because he's not generally that strong physically. Like he's not the Hulk, he's not Thor, he's not Iron Man, he's not any of those guys. He's not Strange. Like, can he be like Strange and Wanda a little bit? But to me, because he was always so like whimsical and like a liar and a manipulator, he was always to me like the guy who watched shit happen. And they finally did it. And there's a comic of him sort of doing that. But I love it. It was exciting. What else do we transition from that since I just semi-updated? Can we find something? Why did it take it off? Now my phone's acting up. The live actions. Come on. Parlay quicker. Peer pressure.
I'm just sending it to the group.
Oh, to see what the
consensus is.
Holy
is. Fuck, it just never mind. I'm doing it now. It went from me winning $50 to $85. I don't know what the fuck, but
we're taking it.
Yeah. Okay. Man City is playing Chelsea, and Danny's a really big
Chelsea fan.
Shout out. And I told David, I'm like, dude, watch Chelsea win it tonight or today, or I guess tonight for them.
Yeah.
Right? But anyways, live actions.
There's two that got announced over the last 2 weeks. You want to start with the yuyu, or you want to start with the Avatar? Or did you not see the Avatar?
No, what?
Yeah, so we'll start with the
Aang Avatar.
Yeah.
Not like Blue Man Group Avatar.
No.
What the fuck? Wait, deadass?
Releasing on Netflix February 22nd. The first trailer.
This is for Avatar.
Yes, with the little blue arrow on his bald forehead. I'm pulling it up. Hopefully it works. And you can live react. I need noises. I already watched it. I'm a bitch. I need noises. Thoughts, comments, concerns on what you're seeing as you're seeing it. It looks all right. I think.
What the fuck? Yeah, they're doing the whole Aang thing.
Yeah, I think if this one doesn't do well, or it's not good, I should say, they should just stop.
Nah, dude.
Because this is, I think, second try or third try, and
I think third.
They should just stop. I think the Shyamalan or whatever the fuck his name is was trying too hard.
Yo.
This one looks like it's not bad, but just give me better animation. I don't want live action. I've been a voice of reason for this. Even the One Piece one, like I said, it's good, but just give me better animation.
Is it the same motherfucker from the other one?
I have no idea.
Is it the same Aang?
I don't.
It's not, right? No way, right?
That was like, I don't know, 12 years ago.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah, so it's not the same Aang.
But it looks all right. But it's coming out on Netflix, so it's not like I have to sit in a theater for it. But we'll see.
I'm going to say this now.
What's up?
I don't like who they casted for the big three.
Oh.
I don't think Aang. I mean, I don't like Aang. Katara looks like she's freaking 6, which I don't think she was that young in the cartoon, I guess, the animation. And Sokka doesn't give me like stubborn vibes. I don't know. It could be all wrong, right? I'm excited that they're doing it because I saw Fire Lord, right? The Fire Lord they casted was freaking amazing. He looks like he could actually be the fucking part. And then the girls with the face paint, I forget what they were called, but they were on point too.
Yeah.
So it's like everything else is like going to be really, really good. So, but I don't know. I'm nervous for Aang because historically we haven't gotten a good Aang.
No.
I didn't know that was happening, but that's good. If there's anyone that could do it justice, it's Netflix.
It randomly got like slid in there with the last couple things we're gonna talk about with Shrek and all that stuff. It randomly got like.
You didn't even say GTA 6.
Oh, that's at the end.
Oh, never mind.
That's the end.
GTA 6, not right now. Reverse it.
the next live action, one of my favorite animes, obviously because I have a banner and Kurama here, and Botan at the bottom. Yu Yu Hakusho. It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. I'm curious.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm curious as to how they're gonna do younger Taguro, because if it gets to the dark tournament, I'm assuming it's going to the dark tournament.
Was that like the first arc?
That's like the first big arc. There's like a couple mini ones where like the main character. I'm just gonna spoil it. Sorry. The main character dies at the beginning, and then he learns to become a spirit detective, and then he meets the Taguro brothers and a couple other of the main bad guys. I wonder how they're gonna do some of the powers. That's really about it.
Right.
But Taguro, like his power up is he becomes like super strong, and you can see his like veins and like bones and pop up. So I wonder how they're gonna CGI that.
I think they could. I mean, if they were able to CGI the whole One Piece shit, to the point where it's like not horrible, right? They'll probably be able to do it a pretty good job.
It looked pretty good. Again, that's one of the animes that you can do it with because it's a lot of just real fighting. There's not a lot of like, the powers are added, but they're kind of like, I'm gonna make an ice sword, or even with the element dudes, Jin doesn't really use wind that much except for his tornado fist.
Right.
But you can make something up for that. The rock guy just uses like a rock fucking armor, like whatever, right? These guys, I mean, they don't really do much. He has a sword, he has a rose, he has a sword, and he has a little spirit gun thing he uses. That's about it. So like the powers are kind of vanilla. I'm curious as to how the main character is gonna act, because that's what's important. Because he sets the tone. If it's not the way the anime is, it's gonna be bad. If it's not like punk kid, shut the fuck up, shit out of you, it's probably gonna be bad.
Do you think we'll ever get a Naruto live action?
I think they might be working on. If One Piece continues and is successful and goes through everything, we'll get one.
Right,
100%.
That's what I was thinking. Because I was also thinking, I don't. As much as I would love to see it, I don't think I would want to watch a Dragon Ball Z live action.
Dragon Ball Z doesn't work because even though I just said that about them, and Dragon Ball Z is kind of the same thing,
right?
Dragon Ball Z, how should I say this?
Oh, dude, come on.
That counts.
Yeah, but it's like, why?
Dragon Ball Z is like one of those things where it's like they're flying a lot of the time, right? With most of these, they're on the ground. And because of the flying or moving really fast, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think Dragon Ball Z works. I think Naruto, because there's so much hand-to-hand combat. And yes, there's element. I don't know. I think I just have a bad taste in my mouth about Dragon Ball Evolution, which is why my brain doesn't want it to work anymore. And just leave it to the books and the animation, and leave it at that. I'm excited for this though, because again, it's one of my favorite animes and stories and manga. I have the books, so I'm excited for this one. Very excited for the Avatar one. I'm curious as to if they're gonna fuck it or not.
Like I said, to me, it's always been Aang, who they cast, that fucks up the.
They can do a live action of this. Claymore.
Dude, they could do a live action of any Gundam shit. But I don't know why they haven't.
Probably hard. Oh, intercepted. That was crazy.
And that was a clean catch, too.
Shout out 27
Holy
from the Patriots.
crap.
That was crazy. Live actions. Any last comment concerns on them?
I just hope they don't fuck it with. Oh, he tipped it. That's why.
Just a tip. Just a tip. Oh, did you see? Anyway, my bad. Any last comment concerns?
No. Sorry.
Did you see Amazon is offering primary healthcare for $9 a month?
Yep.
Crazy. I don't know what that entails. I don't know, like, if that's.
I didn't look into it, but I saw it last time I logged into Amazon to buy stupid shit.
They were like, hey.
Because what else would you be buying from Amazon?
Random shit.
I still think that Amazon has the capability. I think Amazon has the money to take over the industry.
Everything.
And if other retailers / medical providers don't get up to par, they're gonna get left behind.
Yeah.
And then it's just gonna be fucking.
I thought I was telling my parents, I'm like, that's why sometimes it's better just to wait and see, because there's always a rich person with a lot of money and a lot of time that's bored.
Yep.
And they're gonna figure some shit out.
Yep.
Like I like Mark Cuban with
his pharmacy.
Yeah. Like there's always one person who's like, hey, like what industry can I disrupt and make money from? Somebody's gonna do something. All right. Now GTA 6. We have an announcement coming in the next month, I think.
Yes.
That was it was an announcement of an announcement. GTA 6 official, rumored to have costed $1 to $2 billion in development. That's a lot of money. The name right now that we're working with is GTA 6. We don't know if it's going to be like
Vice City
or something like that. We don't know if it's going to have a second name. Thoughts, comment, concerns, since it's been, I don't know, like 10 years since we've had GTA 5.
I think, yes, the 1.2 billion or whatever the fuck much money.
Sounds about right.
Yes, it is a lot of money. However, you've had a successful GTA 5 for the past, what,
like 10 years.
Is it really 10 years?
Something like that. I'm going to look it up while you speak, but it's.
But you've had a successful GTA 5 where people are still playing it. There's still new things that people are doing to it. Like it's still, GTA 5 is still.
Yeah, 10 years.
It's still pretty successful.
10.
So I think, yes, that is a lot of money, but I don't think that breaks your bank just on how much money you probably made from GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do think they'll be able to recuperate it anyways when they finally launch GTA 6, because people that have played the GTAs have been begging for a GTA 6. So, if it was that much money, I don't think they're going to be really in the hole for that long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. Is it still Rockstar? Right?
Yeah.
I don't see.
It'll always be Rockstar.
Yeah, I don't see Rockstar not being able to piece together a good GTA game, especially for the consoles that we have now. Right.
So rumor has it, and this is rumors, but it makes sense, right?
They're going to come out with a PS6.
No, that they're not far fetched, right? Is the old consoles won't have it.
Okay. Like a PS4.
It won't have it.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be fair, the PS4 has been around for what, 12 years?
Yeah.
Probably roughly around the same time as GTA 5.
Yeah.
I cannot suspect the PS4 being outdated by that long to handle such probably a graphic intensive game like GTA 6.
Yeah.
You know? And then with all the what are they called? With all the graphics cards that we have now, too, like I think they're going to be shooting.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, the new one I got?
Oh, you got the 30. Oh, no, you got the 4070?
It's right above the 4070, technically, by specs.
Oh, because you went.
I went AMD.
Yeah,
dude, I cranked up my FPS a little bit just to try it. Because I know you're not really supposed to, but whatever. Fuck, dude.
When you crank it that higher, that's when you would overclock it, right?
No, no, just like in my game settings, I just allowed the FPS to go a little higher.
Yeah.
And fuck, it handles it beautifully. And I'm just like, damn it, dude.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Again, I didn't play GTA 5 because
it was fun.
I think by the time that I wanted to play it, it was already like 4 or 5 years in, and I was assuming GTA 6 was coming out.
I bought it right when it came out, and I had a lot of fun.
Definitely, that might be a game that we can also play.
I don't know
together.
Yeah, I don't know what you could do PvP, but I know they do crazy shit right now PvP with it. So I'm assuming
those are all going to 100% continue.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm excited. I am one of those people that has been wishing for a GTA 6. So I'm excited. They also announced a new Need for Speed. Now that I think about it,
I saw that briefly. Again, the last 2 weeks,
it's been fucking insane. I don't know what the fuck. The industry is wanting the consumers to consume, and I am consuming it.
I am consuming, baby.
But yeah, I saw the new.
Let me tell you something. I've been consuming.
I saw the new Need for Speed, and I saw the trailer for it, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? No way. And then I went into the comment sections, and one of the things that I guess is like heavily agreed on with the community that's been following these games is they want a Need for Speed Most Wanted
remix or dub edition, whatever the fuck. And like, I thought I was the only one that really loved those games.
No, we all do.
But it was a general consensus when I went into the freaking comment section that everybody wants a game similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, that I don't know, because it was PS2, right? And I don't even know if there's a way to see how many hours you clocked into a game in PS2.
Back then, I don't know.
But
I'm not too sure.
I can tell you 100%, dog. Like I've restarted the main campaign on that game at least like 15 times
Because it's fun.
and played it all the way through.
Yep.
And that was when I was like, what, like 13, 16 years old? I don't even remember.
God
dude.
knows.
But to me, that was one of my favorite games. So to have another Need for Speed come out is going to be fun for me. I'll probably consume it.
Okay, let's move on because we're on a time constraint. That's the slice of life portion. If those were interested, what the fuck was that? Into the anime, into the mangoes. Update: Attack on Titan
Is officially
finally ended.
over.
Going on the record that I did buy the expensive ass.
Did you buy the Levi, right?
Yeah, when he's doing like this with his three
comrades?
dudes, yeah, in the back, I bought that shit. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It ended. I did watch the first part and second part back to back.
Okay.
I didn't watch the first part back in March because I was like, I'm not doing this bullshit. I did critique Mappa and the studio that owns the rights to Attack on Titan for having these big ass gaps.
Right.
I don't like it. That doesn't take away from the anime itself.
No.
But that does take away from the way I consumed it because I think that's a miss.
Yeah. How?
Wow.
How?
Dog shit.
Wasn't there like 30 yards?
Less.
Oh, dude, he's getting traded. He knows that too. Belichick is like, dude, you're off.
But so what was I saying? Attack on Titan.
The space in between you didn't like.
I hated
but
it.
Doesn't
Despise
take
it. But
doesn't take it away from
the actual episodes.
How did you like when they did the obvious nerf to Levi?
I hated it, but I understand it.
He literally went hand to hand with a Jaw Titan and just.
You know what's funny? I don't remember in the manga him doing so much.
No, he didn't.
But in the anime, they were like, we're still gonna have you do more.
I think they probably off-screened it, to be honest, on the manga.
Yeah.
But I remember
Again, this is why you read and watch.
because I was gonna go back and reread it and show Yadi hey, I finished reading this 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting for this to happen.
Yeah.
Since 3 years. But I'm like, it's a lot of work. I don't even know if the website that I used is even still up, because it was like some like sketchy ass like third party website that would give you like
I think they're on
aids to the
Amazon
computer.
now, but you
word?
but you have to pay for them. I think
Oh, like buy them.
sort of. Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. I it might be worth it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking about buying the whole like box set, kind of how like you did it for One Piece. I'm thinking about buying the box set for Attack on Titan, because it is, in my opinion, one of the best storytelling that you can get out there that isn't 1,000 books, 1,000 chapters like Oda.
It's worth, dude.
Well,
That's why I bought the figure.
How do you feel about all the conspiracies that have been coming out?
About what?
How there's like 9 segments, 9 seasons per se, right? 9 releases of Attack on Titan, right? So like season 1,
I didn't hear this.
season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, right?
Yeah.
So that's like 4.
Yeah.
And then it was like season 4 part 1, season 4 final part, season whatever. People are saying that Isayama asked Mappa to do it that way, so that there's 9 videos, I guess. I don't know how they're categorizing it, but 9 for the 9 Titans that they have.
Is there? I didn't do the math. Is there 9 like season?
I didn't, but like everybody was talking about it. And then the fact that it took them 13 years to animate the whole thing was the lifespan of a Titan, the 13 years that a Titan lives. And then I think this one was confirmed. Isayama said that he ended the whole series on chapter 139 because I guess in Japan 140 symbolizes freedom. And he was trying to go for Eren never got freedom. So that's why he ended it at 139.
maybe I know numerology, I think is the correct term, is like super big.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he did that level of kind of planning, I can agree with it. I'm trying to look up to see what the okay, season 1. It's gonna make me scroll. I'm not gonna do this. Season 1, season 2, season 3 had 2 parts, so that's 4. Season 4 had 1 part, 2 parts, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing one. Yeah, this is only 8.
Never mind then.
Unless they're counting, because there's 9 Titans, including
The founder.
the founder, right? So maybe the whole thing is the 9th.
Maybe.
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's only 8 here.
I was bamboozled by the internet.
So it could still be valid logic, right? If you're counting the whole series as the founder Titan, which would make 9 Titans, which would make sense, actually, in theory.
Did we get? Because I don't remember this, right? I'm not ignoring.
I'm not trying to debunk his logic or
No.
the logic you brought up. I'm just like I'm
not trying to ignore you, but there was one part in.
We're talking about all of it, so yeah, run it.
Right. That fucked me up. Did we ever get in the manga Eren telling, who was it? Or talking about it, talking about when he sent the Titan to eat his mom. We didn't get that in the manga, right?
I don't remember.
Because I would have remembered it. But I was watching
No, we did get it in the manga. We did get it in the manga.
He said that he sent the Titan to eat his mom?
I'm pretty sure.
Son of a
I'm pretty
bitch.
sure.
I didn't remember that. So I'm like literally sitting there.
I remember us talking about it.
And then
that's why I remember it.
And then Yadi was like, when it happened, because like the whole episode, the whole episode, I was just like sitting back, enjoying, right? Enjoying it like with my wine, and then like swirling it like those freaking pretentious fuckers, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Just like, like I've been here, right? And then when I got to that part, I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? And then she was even like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't think Eren said that in the manga. And she's like, said what? And I'm like, he literally just said he killed his mom. And then he was like bitching about it. I'm like, I don't think he said that in the manga.
I could be wrong, but I remember us talking about it.
But that fucked me. Overall, what is your rating on the last I guess segment? What is your rating on the series finale and then the series as a whole?
So like the last episode?
Last episode?
10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 for the last episode.
Yeah.
That's some of the best animation, storytelling, in my opinion, pacing. I'm not that big on pacing. I'll give 2 shits, right?
Oh, but perfect.
But it was like cool. We're getting to the points.
Yes.
But we're explaining enough.
Yes.
And we're getting and we're going through it. I like the spirit realm thing. I forgot what it was called, but where they see Eren and they're like oh, like last goodbye. That I loved. It was like perfectly. I feel like the manga lasted maybe a little too long in terms of like manga form, but in the anime it was like cool. Like we only have like an hour for this, so we got to zoom through the shit.
It was like the Matrix. Oh, the coordinate, right? Or the path? Wasn't it like the coordinate?
Wherever they were talking to Eren and they were saying their goodbyes and stuff.
Dude,
I don't know what that space is called, but are those scenes where he's talking to
Armin and Mikasa?
It was
dog. I teared up when he was fighting with Armin.
Yeah.
And then when he went to hug him and he was like, I'm going to erase your memories now.
Yeah.
But I'll make it so that these come back when it's over.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, fuck.
Yeah. I actually shed a tear a little bit with Loki.
Yeah?
Because at the end, there's like a moment where you're like, oh, damn, he finally got what he wanted in a different way, but he had to sacrifice everything.
Dog, we just emotional fucking fuckers, I guess.
Anyway,
so last episode, 11 out of 10.
Whole season. Like 9.9, 9.8.8.
Right?
Yeah.
I would watch it again.
Yeah.
Because I rewatched it because Yadi wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
I would rewatch it again.
There were some parts in the middle there that I wasn't too fond of. Like I just didn't care for.
Season 3,
roughly.
Yeah.
Not that they were bad,
But it was just like,
but it's just like, right? So, but it was still great, right? It's not like I'm mad at it, but it's just like, So like, it's one of the better ones that I've seen that's shorter.
I still don't understand what the importance of the basement is.
I do to this day. I want to know what the point of the basement was.
Unless it was Aaron. I was thinking about this. Unless it was Aaron trying to put in his dad's brain that like, hey, you have to hype up the basement so that we then have to come over here to kill Irwin.
I just wanted to know what the point of the basement was.
I don't know.
I liked it.
Yep.
Definitely recommend reading it or watching it. I recommend both because you can do shit in the anime that you can't do in the manga and vice versa.
I think this is Yadi's first anime series that she's watched from beginning to end.
I was actually excited for her opinion as someone who doesn't or hasn't really watched.
I can tell you right now, she fucking loved it.
Anime.
JJK is her second one that she's been watching from beginning to end. And I know we're going to get to that in a second. But she's loving it. And I told her, I'm like, the world of anime is open to whatever imagination you want to think.
That's why when people ask me like what I should watch, I'm like, what do you like? Because then I can recommend. Again, I watch all kinds of genres, right? So I'm like, I can recommend you shit that you like. But if I'm gonna recommend you like fucking My Hero, and you don't like shonen protagonist, like coming of age shit,
right?
Like you're not gonna like it, and you're gonna hate anime. But if you want like storytelling, and technically someone said Attack on Titan's a mech anime without like the metal. And I'm like, yeah, 100%.
Flesh.
Yeah, it's just flesh. But yeah, like I can give you that, right? I can give you Code Geass, where there's like it's like Brainiac.
Yep.
I can give you One Piece. I can give you Naruto. I can give you Berserk. I can give you Gurren Lagann. I can give you Claymore. I can give you Gundam. Yu Hakusho. They all do a little something different, even though it's kind of the same formula, but they all adjust it slightly differently.
Hey, if you want any pervy recommendations on anime, dude, I got you. All of them you can probably think of, I've probably watched.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like you want soccer, you want to do Blue Lock. Blue Lock I think got announced too, season 3 or whatever. Blue Lock got announced, and then I think they're going to do
Haikyuu movie the Slam Dunk movie's coming out soon.
One Punch Man. I think they confirmed coming out too.
Yeah,
like it's just like
season 3.
Oh my god, I can't contain myself.
Me neither.
Anyways, but yeah, so she's liking it, but she's liking more of like the mainstream popular ones.
Yeah, I mean,
I told her, I'm like, dude, like
that's how you get in though.
Yeah, she watches. Well, she'll like have whenever I'm watching MF Ghost, she'll be like, I'll watch it, and then she'll just like peep up like once in a while. It's about cars, right?
Yeah.
So obviously she doesn't care, but yeah.
But yeah. Any last final thoughts, coming concerns on Attack on Titan?
I miss it already.
Dude, again, I'm gonna bring the figure down whenever it's supposed to get shipped sometime 2024, like Q1.
Send me the link, because I actually showed Yadi that you bought it, and we both agreed that we want to get it.
There's 3 versions. There's a version I'll show you one, but there's a version with just Levi.
Yep.
Then there's
one I've seen.
There's a version with the 3 ghosts that aren't colored, and then the colored one. The colored one's more expensive, but I bought that one just because it was fire.
Yeah. So send me the link because I showed Yadi and Yadi's like, bruh.
I don't even know what the company was called. Fuck. Oh, here we go. FN store. Okay. The rest of the anime, you said JJK. Yeah. We can continue with that one because the One Piece one is kind of we can go to One Piece because it was quick.
Dog.
2 episodes.
Just me?
Whatever.
Or is the fucking animation in these past 2 episodes fucking through the roof?
For which one?
For One Piece.
No, yeah. There's 100% continuing the high. I don't want to say high quality because obviously Gear 5 was the highest quality, right?
Right.
But they're not dropping off as much as I thought they were gonna drop off.
Yep.
And it's still pretty good. I was heavily surprised. Oh my god! Look at this Luffy one. That's not that expensive. It's probably not that big.
That's what she said.
I might get it.
Oh, is he doing thumbs down?
I don't know. But yeah, they've upkept the animation. The 2 episodes we're talking about, I believe, is I don't remember the numbers.
It's like 1068, I think.
But we see
Or
Green Bull
1080.
finally show up and do something, and he's beating the shit out of the
Living dog shit out of him.
out of the Akazaya 9 that are still alive and able to fight. Thoughts on Green Bull? Thoughts on his powers? Thoughts on the broccoli tree? It's only broccoli tree because of his hair, but
Wood style, anything
what's his OP,
is
dude?
OP.
Yes.
I was watching it and I was telling Yadi, I'm like, I know you don't understand this, and I know you will never get it because I don't think you'll ever watch Naruto.
Also, don't be confused for the price. The price that they show there is the pre-order price that you have to put in.
Okay.
The full price, it'll show you at the bottom.
Yeah.
But these are the 3. If this shit will load.
But I was telling her, I'm like, I know you'll never really like understand it.
Right? Right. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll try to post if I have enough time to fully edit this video. I never really edit them. But if I have enough time, I'll put it up here. It's fucking amazing. And eventually it'll be on the table. It's one of the best figures I will own whenever it gets in.
Right.
Most expensive one for sure.
But yeah, I was telling Yadi, I'm like, in Naruto, wood style was like fucking OP, and everybody was trying to get it, and the only person that had it was Hashirama, and he was also like, quote unquote, the god of shinobi, right? So that's what I was like telling her. I'm like, I don't understand, and she's just looking at me like, homie's green, you know, like she didn't know who the fuck Green Bull was, and I'm like, whatever. But Green Bull's powers, OP as shit. And then Momonosuke finally able to do the blast breath. Was also OP as shit. The ending, I think it was the ending of the episode with like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji just sitting there being like, "Oh, you see, they don't need us." I was like, "Dog, that's like some top dog shit right there."
Can we talk about how fucking strong Shanks is? That he was able to like unsheath conch fucking a Green Bull from God knows how far away and be like, hey, get the fuck off. I was
fucking fully erect, Jesus.
Which makes me think
Shanks stepped on whatever the fuck it was on his ship.
Yeah.
And then just sent conch to Green Bull.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
100%. I was like, which again, we talked about this on our previous pod when we first read the Kaido Luffy fight.
Yeah.
That one-on-one, even with a Gear 5, I don't think Luffy's ready to beat Kaido yet. But because I'm assuming Shanks and Kaido are at that level, right? Are in the same kind of
same parallel,
right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't think Luffy can do that. Even in Gear 5, I don't think Luffy can do that.
No. I think he has the conch reserves to do something like that.
Yeah, but not yet.
But I don't think he has the maturity to control it and direct it.
Yeah.
I knew Shanks' conch was disgusting.
But that was insane.
But I remember when we read that part of the manga, I thought he just released his conch and it went everywhere.
No, not just directly to him.
I didn't. Yeah, I thought it just went everywhere because I remember it said, "Oh, Captain, don't do that. You're gonna because you keep on knocking out the newbies."
Yeah,
right.
So I remember that part.
It just went everywhere. Then it just went everywhere, and then Green Bull was like, "Oh, I sense it." Nah. Let me shoot my conch straight at Green Bull, and like, not only did he like revert his powers, but he was like holding him back.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm interested to see how the fuck Shanks got that kind of conch.
Yeah.
Because that to me is OP within itself.
Yep.
And it makes sense to me now why he's considered a Yonko with no devil fruit power.
They don't need it. He don't even need 2 arms.
None of his team has a devil fruit. Right?
Yeah. Allegedly, none of them have eaten it. And the only one that was going to eat a devil fruit was Lucky Root was going to eat the rubber. Yeah.
It was a Nika Nika no Mi. Sorry, it's just
no. You're good. I agree.
I rewatched the episode last night after I got off the COD, and I was just like, dude, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Again, obviously we read it, so we know what happens. But I'm more excited to see it Because after this episode,
Mm.
I'm pretty sure we get into Vega.
Yeah. There's. I remember when we talked about it, we said there's no in between. It goes just straight into it.
Which is going to be interesting in the anime because where we're at now in Vegapunk.
Yeah.
JJK. Well, we're also zooming by this but pretty quick because we're in a time crunch again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Wait, do you have to?
No, for you.
Oh.
I don't. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna start editing and like readjusting this, and I'm straight to the camos. Straight.
At the very latest, I can leave in an hour, so we don't have to rush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, any last thoughts, comments, concerns?
We got good time
on One Piece, and we still have to read the new chapters that came out anyway.
Yeah. No, but yes, I do agree. What comes directly after this?
And it's funny because of how it started. People were like, "Oh, this is gonna be boring," and then it ended up being maybe better than Wano.
Low key,
Super hot take. The next arc after Wano, I think, at this moment, is better than Wano, and it's insane to say that. It's absolutely insane.
I think that's just because it doesn't take as long to build up. Wano took forever to build up because we had to get Luffy to power up because we knew he had to beat Kaido.
Oh, he's fine.
Okay. We knew he had to beat Kaido, right? And there was no way he was going to do it at his current power level.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like Wano took a long ass time to build up to where we are now, whereas like the next arc that's coming, what do you need to power up? You're already at your unlocked double fruit.
I know. And this is the beauty to me. So, I'm a big fan of world building and world development parts of stories. Sure. Like for example, like when I play MMOs, I love the leveling part. I hate like the end game part if it's bad, right? But when you have the end game be as good as the leveling part or like the world building part, the way One Piece is doing it, where it's like now that we're at the end of it and you're just giving us like haymaker after haymaker and it's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Yeah. It's something else.
And this is the cool thing about One Piece right now is in the anime, what's coming after starts off as like a base hit, and then it's a fucking rally. It just keeps giving you shit, and you're like, wait, okay, so this is it? Nope, this is it. We see a big bad. We see another big bad. We see it's everywhere. It's amazing. I can't wait. The intro looks cartoony, which makes it fun. I'm in it for the vibes.
The first like 5-10 episodes of the new arc that's coming is gonna be vibing.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
And then from there, it's just.
It's kind of like a perfect transition into JJK. How we said the backstory to Gojo.
Oh my God.
The first 5-ish episodes to the new season of JJK were going to be pretty kind of pretty good. All right, and they were actually above my expectation. And then we're here now. Like I said, I was like, hey, I don't know what's going to be anime of the year, Gear 5 or JJK.
Dude, I have no idea.
Me neither, because we both said the Jogo Sukuna fight
is gonna be fucking bonkers,
and it was. And then what's coming up after? Shout out feet pics, because that's how you saw him first. Was just feet pics.
Dog, fuck. Can we really not say anything about that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck. I literally sent you the text. So like okay. To paint the picture for everyone that is still here with us.
Because I watched it. I watched it the day after it came out.
Yeah.
Because I thought you watched it, so I was like, let me hurry up and watch it.
So what was it? Thursday, I closed at my job and I didn't watch it. And then my fiance, who will kill me if we don't watch it at the same time, right?
I love that that you got her into anime like that.
So she worked Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then Friday, I thought she didn't work Friday, right? Because she was home when I left for work. So Friday I worked in the morning, and I'm over here like, I'm gonna get home at 3:00. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna watch the episode with my sweetie. And I get home and she's not home, and then she texts. I looked at my phone and I saw that she had texted me around like 2:50, 2:40. She's like, "Oh, I made it to work," and I'm like, dog. And I literally told her too.
What is we doing?
I'm like, so then what the fuck? When are we gonna watch the episode? And she's like, oh,
Saturday.
So I watched it. We watched it yesterday.
I've been pissed.
And when I tell you that I saw the foot, I was like, wait. Because then
You never had a foot fetish until today.
Because then the freaking the bad guy, I forget his name,
Fucking
was like,
blonde dude,
yeah,
fucking moron.
Yeah, wake up, you sorcerer! What are you doing? Wake up! And I'm like,
What?
and I literally did one of these. I was like, oh my god! And then she's like, what? And I'm like, oh,
I can't say anything.
I'm like, I can't say it.
Yeah.
But I showed her the name because she was looking over and she's like, you're going to text Jesus. Because I literally did one of these. I did that and then I grabbed the phone right away and she's like, you're going to text Jesus, aren't you? And I'm like,
I have to.
I'm like, you have no idea. You have no idea what the fuck is going on. And then she saw me text you and she's like, oh, who is M, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Majaraja.
yeah. Anyways, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Let's just back a little bit. Just back a little bit. I am excited. We said this. Hey, it's gonna start off kind of slow.
Right.
It's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be good animation, good storytelling.
Yes.
There's gonna be a couple decent fights.
Yes.
The meat and potatoes are gonna be the Jogo Sukuna fight.
Yes.
And what's coming after.
Yes.
And we got a tease of what's coming after. Gonna be those two. And that's gonna be what, to me, is gonna make it very, very difficult to decide Gear 5 or these two events, right? Very difficult, because in trying to remove biases, because I like both. Oh, anyway, first before I go on to this, thoughts, comments, concerns on the last two episodes. We see Jogo Sukuna fight. Sukuna gets the fingers forced onto him.
Right.
He comes back. Jogo's like, yo, I just want to see how strong you are. He's like, yo, if you land a hit, I'll help you out. Then they continue fighting. He kills the two chicks. I love how the European people do this. And it's always this song. I belong. Anyway, my bad. I'm sorry. They fight. They're doing fire fucking moves. And Sukuna actually reveals that his main first power was fire.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm going to show you how this shit is done, little guy. and he fucking arrows them, and it looks amazing. And then, I don't know if you see, but they actually made it a point to show the glass melting. When they were fighting, it was so hot that it melted glass.
You saw like it was like a quick 1 second snippet of like the thermostat above like the train station.
Yeah.
How it was like at 5 degrees Celsius or something like that, when it just shot up to 99 plus degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, that's hot.
That's hot. And then at the end, I like how Sukuna joined him in the spirit world or whatever.
Oh,
and
dude.
he was like, hey, keep your head up. You're pretty strong. It's just he's Sukuna, right? So duh.
That was so Yadi was starting to tear up when that happened, because she was like, oh my God, it's his friends. And I'm like, bro, he's the bad guy. The fuck are we crying here? Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, she thinks Sukuna's a dick. And I told her respectfully,
Gojo forever, bro.
He is the strongest sorcerer.
Yeah. So it should be exciting for the manga to see how it ends. But these last two episodes have been...
Thoughts on the Megumi fight?
Dude, with his dad beating the shit out of him, dude. That's the part I forgot.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yep.
He beat the shit out of him. And then he was like... Because he knew that was his son, but he didn't know that was his dad. And then he was like...
No, I think he didn't know it was his son until the very last...
Oh, my bad. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Because then he asked him, he was like, hey,
what's your name?
What's your name?
And
And
he's
then,
like, Fushiguro.
Yeah.
And he's like, not Zenin, huh? Good for you.
and then he stabs himself in the head.
and Yadi was so confused, and I'm like, I can't tell you why.
Oh,
This
she doesn't know?
She knows that he's his dad.
Okay.
But she doesn't know why his name isn't Zenin.
I thought that was explained already, or no? Am I potatoes?
No, he never said that he preferred to take his mom's name.
Not yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, what the fuck? I thought he did.
No, he doesn't technically get confirmed to be part of the Zenin clan until they make him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Shit, I'm tripping then.
But yeah, I told her, I'm like, all I can tell you is that's his dad, and he realized that that's his son, and he also realized he still has to complete the task that he set out for Megumi, and that's why he technically fucked someone to make Megumi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dude, that fight was bonkers though. Fucking
it was.
I didn't know homie, or I didn't know Toji. I knew Toji was like strong, but I know he was
Handled.
that fucking strong.
Handled.
Yeah.
Absolutely handled.
Yeah.
And I like him as a character because he shows the foreshadowing in the episode where Megumi is like, oh, this is the perfect version of Maki. And I was like, just you wait.
Dog, when he said that, I was just like,
this.
I'm like, dog, we're coming to the point where the author took a freaking hiatus. How do you think they're gonna animate that?
What?
Remember those 2 chapters that were absolute dog shit?
Oh,
Remember?
Spoiler alert. The One Piece chapter that we're about to read after this is
dog shit
because they didn't have enough time to finish it. So there's going to be a lot of scribbles. They announced it a couple days ago. Which
they also said that Oda cried.
Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, because you didn't see the spoilers? Oh my god!
For this one,
I'm gonna leave it running. I'm gonna leave this bitch running because I read the spoilers. Yes, it's gonna be Sag, and when that bitch gets animated,
son of a bitch,
yes.
Dude.
Oh my god. Anyway, thoughts, comments, concerns. JJK. The last 2 episodes we called it. They were gonna be amazing. People are hyping up on Twitter. Again, I'm not giving it anime of the year because whatever season of One Piece this is, with Gear 5 included in it, and the Kaido Luffy fight.
Yes.
And not even the Kaido Luffy fight, the Sanji Queen fight, the Zoro, all the fights. I don't know.
Raizo versus Earlobe Man.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if JJK having, I don't know, 3 good fights, 4 good fights beats whatever season of One Piece this is.
Right.
I just don't know the number, right? It's I know it's like 20 something or whatever, but I don't know if it beats that. I'm right. Like I just don't know. We'll see what happens with the new villain and the fight that's coming up next after the Jogo Sukuna fight. But the Toji fight was good. The Sukuna Jogo fight was good. The prequel or flashback fight was good. The Mei Mei fight was pretty decent. What was before that? The Drogon fight was good. It's just the storytelling was also good. That should be assumed. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm sorry, but that Zoro King fight with the fucking rings of fire and the Demon King shit. That to me is better than everything JJK's put out. I'm sorry.
The reveal that King was a Lunarian, like all of it, right?
The Gear 5 and Kaido were just like the cherry on top.
I think One Piece still takes anime of the year.
Yeah,
because I forgot about those fights.
right.
I forgot about those fights, and I'm just like those fights were pretty fire. But I think I forgot about it because I was waiting so much for Gear 5. And I feel like everybody that's been watching One Piece has also been waiting for Gear 5. That you literally just forgot that literally previous to this, we had 3, maybe even 4 rock star solid fights. So
and just moments with Kid and Law and fucking Big Mom. Yeah. Like if JJK gets it, I wouldn't be surprised. But to me,
I think it's One Piece.
It's One Piece, dude.
Right.
Like it just sucks, right? And we said this. It was gonna be hard to split them. And if you don't watch One Piece, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But
the same thing. If you don't watch JJK, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
But if you watch both, you know that like you can't take away
from the other,
so it's hard.
Yeah, dude.
And if you're just asking me right now without seeing the next fight or like the next moments of JJK, because like we know what happens.
Like this next fight might tip it over to potentially
right? But even then, I'm just like, so we'll see.
Because it's a short fight, if I remember correctly, too.
Yeah. So it should be exciting. I'm excited for it.
Oh my god.
Anime people are eating, and then Spike's Family is still going on.
I watched it. I'm watching it. It's good. It's wholesome.
It's wholesome. Anything else with anime that I'm forgetting?
It?
Let me check the doc.
Is that it?
Let me check
One
the doc.
Piece, JJK.
Oh, did you see the Attack on Titan Twitter? Like, just I don't know, got suspended or like whatever. I was like, okay. Let's see. One Piece, JJK's, Jogo Fight, Spike's Family.
I didn't watch Pluto, dude.
No, me neither. I was going to, and then Camos.
It looks good.
I told you, right?
So I binged a series. I think I talked about it before in like the previous pod that we used to have. Sex Education.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did talk about it.
Yeah.
I saw it because I was scrolling through. Well, there was like one day where we had no football, no basketball, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I gonna watch? So I went on to Netflix, and it was on there, season 4. Mm-hmm. And I told Yadi, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I only watched season 2. So I binged season 3, season 2, season 4, and then at the end of the series, Netflix was like, these are what we recommend for you now, and it was Pluto. And I saw the trailer again, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that looks really, really good.
We should do it for the next episode.
Yeah.
Got 2 weeks. That's it for anime. Any last comment concerns on your thoughts on JJK, One Piece, anything we talked about?
I miss Attack on Titan. I'm sad that I don't have anything to be pissed about for waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, One Piece is gonna be going to some even crazier, right?
Yeah, which is nuts.
And then JJK too. Fuck, dude. I can't wait.
I'm curious as to how much for JJK for what happens after. I know we've had our likes and dislikes for what happens after.
Right.
Again, my only issue is I felt lost while reading it and then posted. I'm like, why did we spend so much time with it? So we'll see what they do. I'm going to continue trying to watch My Hero because it got good. It got really good. My Hero, Vinland Saga, I have to keep up on. I watched season 1. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm probably just going to have them running while I camo grind in the background and just put it in English, even though I don't like watching dub. But in terms of efficiency, I'll probably have to watch it that way. Mangoes? All right, we're back. We just finished reading the chapter 1098, right? Of One Piece that just released. JJK was on break, so we don't have anything except for 240. You want to talk about that?
240
or 240 JJK that happened like the week after I think we were recording.
The one where the comedian shows up.
After that, he's like talking. He's like, it's like a little flashback on how he got. He just throw a pick. Damn, that sucks. The comedian's flashback happens where he learned how to do comedy. He's talking to like another comic. Again, my issue with this, we'll talk about it. JJK 240. My issue with some of the JJK flashbacks and just story parts is they don't feel like they fit. Like you're giving me a flashback to a character that I don't really care about, and I don't know why I'm getting it. Right? Like I understand giving me a flashback about Megumi, Toji, Jogo, even Sukuna. We haven't gotten Sukuna flashback. Any of the
like the main characters.
Any of the main characters, but giving me about the lawyer.
Yeah, that lawyer one was unnecessary.
About
the comedian.
The comedian now. I'm just like, dude, give me this later when I like the character. I don't know. The flashback was kind of cool because again, he was like a regular Joe trying to be a comedian, and then I guess him remembering this sparked him to actually try against what's his
no, not Geto. What's the brain? What's the brain?
Kenjaku. Yeah, me too. I forgot. Fucking brain. So I understand why he put it in there, but I'm just like, how do we go away from Sukuna's battle?
Right.
To Kenjaku doing this, and then you give me a random ass backstory. Like maybe getting a Kenjaku backstory would have been decent, or like a little glimpse of what he was. But just I don't know, right? I'm not mad at it. I'm just like, why? Thoughts? Anything you have? Any? Again, it's quick. It was 2 weeks
literally
ago, so.
like I don't know. It might become irrelevant right? But to me right now, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, and then the lawyer hasn't done much anyway. Like he might help them defeat Sukuna. I doubt it. But right, and I'm just like, my issue, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of not filler, but there's a lot of fluff, and in my opinion, misplaced things that I mean I could be wrong. I could be smooth brain, right? Whatever. But I just have an issue with the place.
Is the flag?
Probably false start or something.
No one moved.
Who knows? Someone probably said something funny at this point. It wasn't a bad chapter. I get the reasoning for, hey, the comedian's getting like bullied by Kenjaku because hey, like you're not funny, and then he breaks down mentally, and then he remembers this, and we get his backstory, and then now he's gonna fight him for real or whatever. But I'm just like, he could have just fought him for real. I don't know. Whatever, right? I understand, I guess. Not a bad chapter. It was on break last. We got this chapter last week. It's on break this week. We're getting it next week. That's the math. We did, though, get One Piece chapters. We got one that we just got done reading. Damn.
You're fucking disgusting,
That
sir.
was crazy.
Yeah, you're fucking disgusting.
We just read 1098. 1097 came out last week. 1097 was about Ginny and Kuma like growing up.
Yep.
And getting married.
Yep.
And then 1098 was about Bonnie.
Yeah.
Thoughts, comments, concerns on those two?
So Bonnie isn't Kuma's daughter, is she?
She's a celestial dragon.
She's a celestial dragon, right?
Yeah.
So,
because they didn't specifically kind of, I'll give us a time frame, but from the chapters, they grew up and Kuma was playing Jesus and healing people. And he had a little book too.
Right.
And then Ginny was like, hey, you got to pay or stop asking for so much shit. And then, damn, I'm forgetting most of that chapter. And then they joined the Revolutionary Army.
Yep.
I'm probably skipping some things there, but whatever.
Well, most of it was them using Kuma's power.
Yeah, in
using
the
pawpaw for
yeah,
good.
in the sorbet, right. And then we don't get a lot there. We just get like their backstory. They want to get married, eventually have a kid. Kuma's like not yet, and then
Ginny was pissed because she's like, "Why do you then take their pain onto you?"
And then he's like, "Oh,
she's like, oh well, I'm healing them,
Yeah.
so I'm the only one strong enough to take the pain."
Yeah,
which is also crazy because then
Pain.
Zoro did this. Like it's just oh my god,
let's go.
Nothing happened.
Nothing, bro. One of the best moments. Anyway, so 1097 was pretty good. 1098, we see them fully in the Revolutionary Army doing stuff. She's a captain. He's a captain. She gets taken by a celestial dragon to be his wife. She gets the sapphire scale disease, so they dump her, and she's going to die, and she has a baby, so then the baby lives. The issue is it sounds like the baby is
Also
not
sick.
Kuma's.
I don't think she is. I'm going to go on the record and say she is not Kuma's daughter.
Unless that time frame of when she was taken to when she was released was...
I don't know because Kuma didn't know where she was.
But we don't know if they saw each other before this. Because she could have been pregnant prior to being taken.
Maybe? I don't know.
Again, we don't...
I feel like a celestial dragon would have just killed her then, if that were the case.
But maybe, again, we just know the time frame is my thing, right?
Right.
My thing is she gets taken, she gets then released. She then calls them. She's like, hey, I'm dying.
Don't
Kuma,
come looking for me.
Don't come looking for me because I'm like literally dying.
Yeah.
And I think she said, don't come looking for me because Bonnie wasn't his kid.
Maybe.
Because then he was going to see the kid and think it's his. And he's like, yo, it's
and
not
then
yours.
feel forced to take care of her.
Because he liked Ginny so much.
And she probably wanted him to keep doing good.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's why Oda was crying.
Whoo! I'm telling you, dog. Shit.
What the fuck?
Anyway,
I do like the roughness of the chapters.
So for those that don't know, they weren't able to polish up the chapter. They announced this a couple days before the official release. So the people that were complaining about JJK having the same issue,
when the author went on hiatus, it was like 2 or 3 chapters.
Yeah, 2 or 3 chapters weren't fully like edited, and they were kind of like sketches. Oda had to do this with this chapter 1098, and it added to the effect.
But even with the sketching, it wasn't even bad.
It wasn't. I was like, oh, like it adds to the effect of she's dying.
There was one panel where I didn't know. It was Yvonne's face, but it looked low-key like Kuma.
Yeah.
So I was like, who is it? But so I had to stare at it a little bit longer. Yeah. But that was only one panel.
Yeah. So anyway, Ginny dies. Sag. Sucks.
Sag.
Blue scale disease. Then Bonnie and Kuma again feels obligated to take care of her. Takes care of her.
Quits the Revolutionary Army.
Bonnie also then, I guess, has it, which means that they can't get direct sunlight at some level of it. Because Ginny was out in the sun, and it wasn't all the sun. So I think it's just an amount of sun. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think it's an amount of sun. That happened, and then she's growing up. They find a doctor that knows what it is. And then what happens at the end? I just literally just read it, but my brain fucking just potatoed.
Bonnie gets it on her cheek.
Yeah.
Doctor comes and says, hey, she's got 10 years to live.
But something happened at the end. Let me pull it up.
Oh, Sorbet was under attack again.
Yeah, Sorbet was under attack again. This is one of the craziest flashbacks I have ever been a part of.
Sorbet's under attack, and then they're asking Kuma to do something.
Yeah. And I think this is where it becomes a tyrant, I think. I think next chapter is going to be the last chapter of it, and we're going to get why he's called the tyrant. I think they've developed a narrative about him becoming the tyrant now.
I think they kidnap him because when we first saw him, he was already under government control, right? Oh no, he was a warlord.
Yeah, he was a warlord of the sea.
So then, when does he become?
He was always technically part of the Revolutionary Army.
But no, I was talking about the Marines. Because he becomes like
after
the pacifista.
Technically he lets Vegapunk do studies on him, and then he makes the pacifistas for
himself.
But then he makes them for the Marines.
And then
yeah. But Archipelago is when all that happens. That's how I say it.
Never mind. So he becomes, dude. He probably does some like ungodly things.
I'm assuming they abduct Bonnie, try to kill her, and he just kills everybody. That's like my logic there. Again, without reading it, without knowing. Obviously, it's going to play out differently, but I'm assuming he just fucking launches a bunch of shit to people and like just blows up the island.
Holy shit.
But yeah, this is one of the better backstory. And again, this is saying a lot because it's One Piece and the backstories are crazy.
Yeah.
But this is one of the better backstories. But I'm going with until I look at the theories and I look at Roger's base and what he has to say. I don't think Bonnie's his kid. Like biologically.
I don't think it's his biological daughter. I really don't think it is.
Which says a lot about the Celestial Dragons. And at that point, like a lot
that they're fucking horn dogs.
And
rapists.
Yes, but we'll see. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Just because I'm in shock as to how much we've learned about them the last, I don't know, maybe like 5 chapters. I could be wrong. Good chapters, like amazing story, but it's just nuts. Fuck, why am I forgetting? I'm blanking. I wanted to say something
about the chapter,
about just as a whole. Like the last few chapters, the backstory, how the arc went.
Maybe that they should have done this in JJK and actually given us a backstory that matters.
True.
I don't know.
I'm excited to get back to present time because I think Kuma shows up. I think Kuma dies, and I think he shows up though.
Oh,
I think he nukes our man San Juan.
I think,
or San Pablo, whatever the fuck his name is.
I think that there's something. I do think Kuma comes back because Bonnie, during the middle of the chapter, she said, remember Kuma was like, oh, like, where do you want to go once you turn 20, I think, or something stupid like that. And then Bonnie was like, oh, I want to go to the Sky Island and then hopefully because we're so high, we'll run into Nika.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and then Kuma starts doing the dance. So I think Kuma comes back once he finds out that Joy Boy is back.
Mm-hmm. But no, I agree with all that. I just think he dies at the end of this arc because he nukes the other Gorosei dude with I think he's been collecting damage. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, to just full send it
to just nuke him,
and then he becomes.
I think he's gonna teleport everybody out, and he's gonna nuke it.
I could see it. It would be poetic justice for Kuma to take down one of the Gorosei.
I think he's gonna see a Luffy in Gear 5.
And it's going to trigger him to do it?
And he's going to be like, all right, sweet. Like, even if I go now, he can take care of it. And Bonnie's going to be in danger. The fucking robot's going to wake up and try to do something. And he's going to be like, there's no way to beat this guy right now because Luffy, again, isn't ready. So he's just going to, like, say, fuck it. And he's just been collecting as much energy as he can. Not for this moment per se, but for a Gorosei moment. So he's just gonna nuke him. Whether he kills him or not, who knows? But I think he's just gonna nuke him.
I'm sure he severely injures him though, and then Luffy finishes it off.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're right.
And I'm excited for that. I hope it's not that predictable, right? But nothing else makes sense at the moment.
As to why he wouldn't fight back.
That, but why he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
In a moment where like you would show up right now.
Yep.
And just like, hey, we just got your backstory. It doesn't make sense to get your backstory just for Bonnie's purposes.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's cool. Like I think Bonnie's cool. She's become more important, but she was never super important.
Nope.
But now I like Bonnie more.
Yep.
And now you can give me Kuma's story potentially finishing at the end of this arc with, again, one valiant effort of him accomplishing what he wanted to see, Nika being alive still. And oh shit, they gave it to him. My bad. We're watching the game when it's close at the end. I can't tell how much time is left, but it's the fourth quarter. What am I saying? So yeah, I'm excited to what happens after this chapter. Intercepted.
Oh,
because they both suck ass. You should have just kept what's his name in. I don't know why you would bring this dude in. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think you keep Mac Jones and Flo. I know he just threw a pick, but what's the point?
Anyways,
I don't like what they did there.
Yeah.
But yeah, good chapter, good backstory, or great chapter, great backstory. Again, I think next chapter we find out why he got the title of Tyrant, and I think we also get him becoming a warlord, maybe, and then we come back, and then it's go time.
Two more chapters and then go time.
Probably. Any last comments, concerns on the chapters?
No, dude. I can see why Oda was crying.
Yeah. No, that was super sad. When she was like, I will always love you. And I'm like, damn. I just wonder how she got captured. I hate when he off-screens things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need full detailed fights, right? But I hate when he off-screens things like that. Because I'm like, oh, it would have been nice to see. I mean, we're going to see it in the anime anyway, right? Like a brief 15-second thing.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to see a brief page of 3 or 4 panels of her and her part of the army fighting, and then
getting kidnapped. And
her just getting dragged away by the celestial dragon somewhere. Right. Like, okay, cool. Or like in chains on a boat. Right. All right, cool. Like, I understand that what's happening here.
Yes.
That's my only thing. But other than that, awesome chapters. It's not on break, so we'll definitely have one next week. I don't know about the week after that. Someone on Twitter was saying we might get a Sag backstory about Akainu. Or
Akainu,
yeah. And I'm like, I don't want that. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fucking dog shit.
Freaking asshole.
Also, last quick thing, there is a theory about the Chinese zodiac.
Oh.
All the animals are admirals. Dragon being
the serpent.
the serpent that fits in that slot. And he was going to be an admiral.
Oh, no, yeah, because I think, when was it? I think Garp says that he has a son that was supposed to be a Marine.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be dragon, but he saw what the celestial dragons were doing, so he wanted to change it. So he became.
Do you think he was an admiral, and that's how he got his serpent devil fruit? And then after that, like after like a year as being an admiral, he's like, dude, this ain't shit. I'm doing a revolutionary army.
But they have Logias, so he must have the air fruit.
Fuck, dude.
Which makes him OP as fuck.
They said
or storm fruit probably is what it's gonna be.
I think they said that his devil fruit is that of like the feathered serpent or something like that. Because like the tattoos on his face are the same ones as the serpent.
What's the one fucking Aztec dragon?
Quetzal?
Yeah, what if it's that, dude?
Dude, that'd be fucking crazy. Because then they'd be getting shit from everywhere. From every mythology.
He looks kind of like brown Mexican-y, kind of with that strong face feature. You know what I'm talking about?
The strong jawline.
Yeah, like if you look at like something like a lot of the Aztec depictions, they fucking got that fucking look in the face.
If he had a mustache,
fucking nose too. I don't know. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I saw somewhere. I'll see if I can find it that talked about his devil fruit and what it is. Yeah. But it is entailed with
which would make more sense why Luffy's Portuguese too. Or like Brazil. My bad. I'm sorry.
But it does tie in with the storm, dude. It was a 10-6 game. What the fuck?
Shout out New England for not being able to score a touchdown.
But yeah, it ties in with that.
I feel so bad for Bill, dude. He went from the greatest quarterback of all time to these guys. But yeah. So I saw that, and I was like, "Yo, that makes sense." Yeah. That makes sense. They were trying to fill out the rest of the animals with people, but there was like 2 or 3 missing. But dragon was supposed to be the serpent dragon one, and I was like, that makes sense. And he was either gonna be an admiral or an actual admiral, and then he found out what they were doing, and he was like, I can't do this. Yeah. I'm gonna start an army, and he did. I'm excited to see all this come to fruition. And we have no idea what dragon has done, or like that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
But that's all we got. You got anything else?
No.
We will see y'all next week. Or not next week, 2 weeks from now.
Today was beefy.
That's all I got. Stay positive, stay horny. We'll see y'all. But don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything Josie wouldn't do.
Remember, guys, that en el McDonald's no venden donas.
See.